Hello. Welcome to a Blockbuster year 1985. I'm Brandon Mindell. With me always is Jay Ryan, just below me.
Hello.
Tonight we are
Excuse
talking
me,
about...
sir.
What's that? Tonight we are talking about Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird. Let's pop in the tape.
Brandon, I love your intros. I'm so glad that one's back. Not that I didn't love Halloween month.
Yeah, Halloween month wasn't as smooth, but that song rips, man.
So good.
We have two very special guests tonight. I am completing my YHS Toy Anxiety collection tonight on the show.
Toy Anxiety Elite.
I am Toy Anxiety Elite. I have collected all four Toy Anxiety hosts tonight. We have the wonderful Abigail Gardner. She is a collector, a podcaster, a writer now through Cryptoids Toys.
Right on.
You guys were talking about it on your YHS episode on Monday, but I truly believe it. Abigail, you are the heart of YHS. You bring a wonderful, beautiful energy to it. And I think it's something that is not normally, in our toy collecting world. You bring an energy that's not always represented, and that's one of the things I really love about YHS and Toy Anxiety.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you, Brandon. That's super kind of you to say. I do consider myself to be the chase figure of YHS, so it's pretty cool that you got all of us in one package here. And thank you so much, Jay and Brandon, for having me. I've been looking forward to this for a while. This is a movie that I love. I loved rewatching it, and I'm just stoked to talk about it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I just want to say too, Brandon, is the one who turned me on to Yes, Have Some. And I just love what you guys do. I'm a new fan, but I'm trying to catch up on some of the old stuff on your YouTube channel, getting into the backlog. I love what you guys do, and I love your energy, and I love what you guys represent. And I just wanted to shout some kudos your way from a new listener, somebody who found you recently through a friend. And I just say you're killing it. Keep it up. Same thing with Toy Anxiety, by the way. I'm new to the whole universe, and I'm loving it.
Well,
thank you so much.
Speaking of finding YHS and Toy Anxiety through a friend, I found YHS and Toy Anxiety through my friend Ryan Doell in the bottom there, one of my best friends in the whole world. We met doing a Ghostbusters photo shoot 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I was like, oh, you do a weekly toy show? Oh, that's cool. Like I love toys. I'll check it out. It has become, it's my favorite show on the internet. I've said that on other shows. I'm saying it on my own show right now. Toy Anxiety is my favorite show on the internet.
By the way, you've said that on most of the episodes of this show.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to have
must be true.
all of the members on my show. So
get that welcome, Ryan.
Exactly.
And then, so Ghostbusters must be the tie that binds then too, right, Brandon? Because while we met through Goonies, what we actually bonded over was the fact that you have the first Ecto that we built.
Exactly.
And then it all seemed Ghostbusters centric after that, or at least car centric, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird connection point.
It's the tie that binds. Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's across the board though. Like I met Abby and Jacob and Greg at Dragon Con through Ghostbusters.
Oh, right on.
And sure enough, Brandon through the Ecto 1, Ghostbusters, like all that stuff. So like Ghostbusters, I give it a lot of shit, and that's mostly because of we've got some Nimrods in the fan community. I'll just put that. But it's just, and that's why I kind of give it a little bit of shit. But I mean, for the most part, it has been like a nucleus for me, where it's just like,
But you guys are all kids, right? Like nobody was even in this hobby when I was doing it, right? When Sean and I were building cars, and when we were doing all these videos.
Abby, I am certain Abby and I were.
Really? Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
I am one of the OG builders as well. Because I built my own pack and all that stuff, but then we decided to switch it up. We did Douchebusters, which was our Jersey Shore Ghostbusters.
Are you in Jersey?
No, I'm Canadian.
Oh, okay.
He's Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, but we decided like, hey, let's do Jersey Shore style Ghostbusters because they're in the East Coast, right? And then all of a sudden it was like, so we did that, and that's how people found us, was through that. And they were like, because people hated us, like that fan community and those builders, they hated us because it was like, it's all accurate, but why is this pack gold? Right? It was just like stuff like that. It was just like they hated us for the long. Then everyone warmed up to us when they realized we were just taking the piss out of everyone and we were just having fun doing our own thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that I met you when you were in your douchebuster costume, I think that speaks a lot about our relationship. And we're still friends.
Abby met me in fishnets, I'm pretty certain.
Like what year would that have been where you guys were like just starting out and
2015?
coming on the scene?
Oh
my God.
2015 for that, and then we were doing our douchebuster stuff I think already 2 years before that, and then we were building.
So we're
2010.
Oh, so we are closer than I thought then, because I feel like we were
probably
still
on the same
in 2010 or so.
Yeah, we were probably on the same GB fans forums dealing with all the toxicity there.
I'm not getting involved in it. I refuse.
I love AJ Quick, by the way, but that page. Oof.
What we were on Proptopia back in the day because Sean owned that. Do you guys remember Proptopia?
Yes, and it's so funny because it's like the last time I talked about Proptopia, I think that was with Adam Savage of all people.
Right? He was there. Of course.
Yeah. So
this was back in the early 2000s. You know, way back when everybody had a bulletin board.
That's correct. Yeah. So I remember Proptopia big time because that's when we started like, that was just like when that to me is I felt when cosplay went to that next level in general was Proptopia because that's when, and that to me was the community where people were like, they were happy to share.
Yep.
Like, this is how you do it. This is how you make it. This is where you can find the stuff. Hell, I make the stuff. I'll send you one. Right?
Oh, all the time. They
weren't even like selling it to you. They weren't trying to make a buck off you. It was like, just send me, where should I send this to? And they would send you the pieces you needed to either mold or put on whatever it is you're making. People were always guiding you the right direction. And it was like, it was awesome. I miss that page. It's been so long, but man.
Dude, when I showed up on you, I can't believe you brought that up. When I showed up on the scene asking a question about the belt gizmo, there was a guy on there, and shout out to Chevy. I can't remember his last name or anything, but his handle was Chevy something. And he sent me a whole belt with the gizmo, with everything all made, like everything. He just had an extra one because he'd already made a couple of them.
Yep.
And he sent it all, like literally gratis. He's like, we're in good health, brother. Like,
okay.
Like, cool. Amazing.
Those days were amazing because there were no gatekeepers and everyone was just trying to like help each other out and be like, oh, dude, maybe like sand down this area, maybe move this down. Like people could look at it and be like, take that down maybe about like a quarter of an inch. And then it'll be like.
Sean and I would go hunting at like Apex or Norton Supply or, you know, one of those what's the other, Lukey's Hardware or whatever. And we would find bits and literally just send them out to people because there was like a list of, you know, like there was a wanted for them.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was very collaborative in the beginning. That was on the forums as well on GB fans. That's where I posted the stuff that I ended up, the costume I was making was like a Janine Melnitz action figure, like the pink Janine.
Featured.
Of course.
That's how I met everybody. So yeah, shout out to AJ Quick and shout out to the early days of the community being really awesome and pure and supportive. I like to think that there's still folks out there that are like that kind of keep the flame going.
Absolutely. Well, I think you guys are doing that too.
I was just about to
say,
in
tone and energy for sure.
Thank you.
Specifically the, you know, YHS podcast with Abby, Craig, and Jacob, you know, primarily is a Ghostbusters focus, but you guys cover lots of other stuff. But I think the people and the community that you facilitate, especially around Ghostbusters, is the positive side of that community, right? And then it's the same with Toy Anxiety, your other show, like the collectors and the people that watch and love Toy Anxiety. They're a certain type of people that they're a good people. They're a kind people. Exactly.
Yeah, we have a very good community. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing I love about like even what like YHS Prime is what I call it. So when YHS Prime, when they're doing their thing, like right off the bat, like first month in of them doing their podcast in 2016, you already knew who it was attracting and who it was detracting.
Yeah.
And you already knew it was going on the right path, because all the people that we get so sick of their shit in the community, they were all before they dropped one episode and they were already like, I can't believe these guys are doing this. And it's like, because you can't. Right. And it's just like, and you'll never have what they have.
Yeah.
Which is positivity, charisma, right? Talent.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't fake
relevancy.
chemistry. You can't fake it.
You can't fake that.
And you're not placating, middle of the road to appease and, build an audience that is like, for lack of a better term, like good and bad people, right? Like you're being vocal with like, no, these are what we think. We're supporting these things. We're supporting, for example, the answer the call, right? Like
the underdog. Yeah,
exactly. That's a big part of it. Is like, that was such a dividing line in the Ghostbusters community, not even based on merit of film, quality of film, purely like sexism is really the
quality of character.
exactly.
Just straight up
misogyny, right?
So misogyny played a role.
Drawing that hard line from the beginning creates a wonderful community that people come in, and I myself came into this community just as a full outsider, and I think it's such an achievement, and I've told it to Craig, I've told it to Jacob, I've told it to Ryan, and I'm telling it to you, Abby. Like, I think it's something you guys really should be proud of, because it's awesome.
Hell yeah. Thank you. I think coming together in opposition of something definitely binds everyone together.
Yeah. Just like the charity stream on December 16th in 2 weeks. So be sure to tune in to YHS for our charity stream that we're doing with the Ghostbusters Give Back crew, which is Abby. What's the name of the charity? Starlight. Starlight. Yes,
yeah,
thank
they
you.
make the state when kids are staying at hospitals, they make the stay just much more pleasant. And like do like Ghostbusters themed like robes and such. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm really excited to go out and fly to Los Angeles in like a week and get some filming done for that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Really? I'm gonna miss you. That sucks.
Oh,
I want if you guys are ever in LA when I'm there, I would love to have you on Late Night Playset as well.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Jay normally is doing the show from behind David Letterman's actual desk.
I thought that I saw that. That's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
not
Jay
normally my dead wife's childhood bed, which is what I'm doing tonight in Rochester, New York. Yes.
Yes. Well, before we get into that, let's just quickly say hi to the chat, and then you can fill us in where you're at, Jay. And then we'll start talking about birds, man.
Yes.
Yes, I did get to watch the movie with Nicole's whole family today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. First and foremost here, Bitter Troll. I laughed. I was waiting in the wings and I laughed out loud at this comment. Bold of you to feature a giant bird so close to American Thanksgiving. Video Powered Gaming is
and
here.
there was the turkey truck too in this movie.
Yes.
With good old boy Waylon Jennings.
Technicolor is here. Our boy Grosecki, aka Jason Grohosky, is here.
Nice.
Dan Appleby is here. My sister Emma is here.
Nice.
Oregon Goonie Dave. Hey Dave.
Oh, what's up, Dave? I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
And that is all that's watching right now. But thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Sean Bishop was going to try and be here tonight too. Shout out to Proptopia. He was the one paying the bills there for so many years.
Yeah, I saw he commented on the post. This is a big movie for him and his son, I believe he was saying.
Yes, he said this poster was in his son's room the whole time growing up in Pasadena.
So Jay, Jay is on a American a US road trip sponsored by Mobile.
Sponsored by Mobile One. Yes, thank you very much. I'm still it still doesn't feel real.
No. Where are you this week?
I am in Victor, New York, outside of Rochester, New York, and I am in the hometown and the home of and the childhood bedroom of my my beautiful departed wife, Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm spending Thanksgiving with her family, which we did last year, which was right after she passed, and then it just accidentally became a tradition. I was doing the road trip anyway, and we all love each other, so why not?
That's sweet. That's great. I like that.
So was this always this was the plan to be here for Thanksgiving So
yeah,
because you had the few weeks in Florida where you were stuck with Yellow Car. So was there big, like, how did you plan out that timing then, I guess?
Well,
You just hung around
Brandon,
until closer to Thanksgiving?
you know what I do. I don't plan. I don't plan
Oh, that's
anything.
true. Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, I kind of find a depart date that works, and then I just tell people like, okay, October, we're going to hit the road in October, and then basically I start getting, for lack of a better term, invites of like,
Yeah.
oh, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. It'd be so great if you could do this, be here, bring the car, yada yada. And then so it just like a loose plan develops from there. But really, I just kind of pepper in a couple hard dates and I try to leave the rest loose intentionally because that's where like my magic happens on the road. That's where I find the little cars, towns, and stuff like that when you're not on the freeway, when you are taking your time. But yeah, car trouble has a way of dictating schedule as well. So, I mean, Yellow Car has always been our noble steed, for lack of a better term. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. And then this is the first time that it's ever given us any trouble. And I'm telling you, I think it's Nicole making me sweat. I think everything is working out better than it would have if I did plan it. It's just a little loosey goosey. So the trip is already longer than it was gonna be. Because of some of the things I thought I would do already, I have to kind of go back and do. Like, I'm in Rochester, New York. I'm like an hour from Niagara Falls. I have to go back to Atlanta before I go back to LA. So to go to Porsche headquarters. So
that's so close to where we live.
It's going to be like such a, where are you, Abby?
Literally, the gas station I go to is across from the Porsche vehicle headquarters that was used in Endgame.
We talked about, that's right, I forgot.
So for context, Abigail is married to Craig, who was on our Teen Wolf episode.
There you go.
It all comes back.
Yes.
And we were talking Georgia. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking to Craig about the Porsche headquarters.
Then Abby, I may miss you in LA, but maybe I'll see you in Atlanta.
Yeah, literally. You can just knock on our door. We're very close.
That's so funny. Small world.
Yeah. Very cool.
So Jay,
so I'm still on the road for a bit longer.
You're kind of in your own road movie currently. You're Big Bird right now.
Yeah.
I am because it's not working out how I thought it would. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank God, this movie, it's kind of dark at times. I'm very thankful that I'm not in the Big Bird situation. But yeah, I'm definitely blowing in the wind.
Well, okay, so that leads us. So tonight we're talking about Follow That Bird. One of the things that I thought was funny is last week we covered Return to Oz with Jay Glatfelter from Geek Dad Life. And Jay picked that movie.
The other Jay.
The other Jay. GDL, as I was calling him. GDL picked that movie. Now, this movie, originally, it was selected by Ryan. So Ryan, Paul, who was on our Rambo episode, and Steve, who was on our Clue episode, those are the first three people I put the list out. Those are some of my longest friends, my best friends. So I put the list out to them. I said, hey, what are you interested in? Pick a couple. And this was one of Ryan's picks. Well, when I put the list out to Abby zeroed in on Follow That Bird as well.
That's amazing.
But because I Ryan and Abby are friends, I said, you know what? Like, you guys can talk about it, what you want to do. And then the decision was like, well, why don't we just both do it? Now,
so rad.
Double team.
Ryan, you might see him in the chat because Ryan has his own weekly show on Wednesday, Gotham City Tonight. That starts at 7:00. So Ryan's usually in the chat, but not tonight. So I just asked Ryan.
Thank you for your sacrifice, Ryan.
When is your next non-scheduled Gotham City Tonight? It ended up being tonight. So just by total chance, did we do like the two most traumatic children's movies? Not even like I was going to say of 1985, but kind of all time. Like, these Return to Oz and both Follow That Bird have this underlying tone of like when children saw them when they when they were very young, they had an impact. Now, Return to Oz, I think, was a bit more of a scary impact, but Follow That Bird has this like sadness to it.
There's a weight to it.
There's a big weight to it. So,
but I want to let's talk about that for one hot second, because Sesame Street is known to do this, and they're usually using Big Bird as that catalyst.
Yeah,
and that has been going on since like when Mr. Hooper died.
That's what I go to.
They talked about it
through, I believe that was.
Yeah, they talked about it through Big Bird.
Yeah,
when Snuffleupagus becomes real, like that whole thing with
that whole thing about about believing children when they're talking about something that's serious. That was an allegory for that, and this is the same. This is the same thing. Abby, go for it.
Oh no, there's like evergreen content within this that's like messages of autonomy, exploitation, finding out who your real family is, who you really are, not fitting in, and those are all really pretty adult themes. That's what I was getting hit with.
And being part of your own kind, as they
I was going to say,
right?
Smacks of racism and other types of
absolutely.
Yes.
And when I was
categorization.
Wrote it, like it makes sense that there's tons of diversity behind like the Muppets and Sesame Street, and I was really inspired reading about the couple who wrote this. So yeah, I think that it's really clever how like there's adult like kind of like cerebral themes that are packaged in like a fun zany way for kids.
Exactly.
But if you're a kid who's paying attention, you're going to get it. Like when I watched this movie just now before this, I was like, I really wish I'd seen this as a kid. It would have been a really impactful viewing.
Yeah.
Oh, Abby, when did you see it? Today was my first time, by the way.
Was it really? Okay.
First time seeing a single frame in this movie.
Okay.
And I love the Muppets. Love. And Sesame Street.
Me too.
Like, eat 'em up. Love everything Henson. We have a museum here in Atlanta. That's the Center for Puppetry Arts. And there's a Big Bird there. And there's
that is Georgia.
Yeah.
I should have clarified. I love everything Henson. Good point.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Everything Henson, right? And I'm new to growing up. For context, I was raised in a very religious, homeschooled environment. So PBS and Sesame Street were not allowed in my home, which is why as I watched things like this as an adult, I'm like, oh, there was nothing wrong with this. In fact, there's really important messaging within it that I would have benefited from. But yeah, as a kid, I was always like, oh no, I don't watch Sesame Street. That's not for me as much. But
was
now
it because
as
it was too urban? What was the reason? What was the reason it was not on your radar?
Too liberal.
Too liberal, right? Oh, PBS, sure. Yeah.
Right? So it was like, we don't want that kind of messaging, etc. But now coming back and seeing it as an adult, like as eye-opening as it is, I'm like, oh, there was actual stuff going on that was kind of vital that they're talking about, like as a kid and two kids to recognize that they have a choice in things. So I thought that was very poignant.
And I think that's the one thing that's important about PBS as well. That's including Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers. Then if you're up in Canada, we had Mr. Dress Up. These were children's shows. These were children's programming that didn't talk down to kids. And this movie followed that route.
Yeah.
Of not talking down to kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's always very, very important in the programming.
Yeah.
Did anybody here see Street Gang, the documentary about Sesame Street?
Yes.
I watched it again. It was actually really difficult to find.
It's exceptionally good content.
Yeah. So there is a book version as well, Street Gang, the complete history of Sesame Street. So there's the book that came out, and then there is an HBO documentary that Jay is talking about, Street Gang. I watched it again for this episode, but it's not accessible. I was able to find it just through some Googling. Somebody had put it up to like Daily Motion or something. It's a fantastic documentary. But one of the things I was actually is we should talk a little bit about like Sesame Street and its creation. 1969 Sesame Street comes out on the airwaves, and its whole,
but with a purpose, with a reason.
Exactly, was to educate children through tapping into the way commercials grasp the attention of children. Short 60-second bits, high energy, flashy. But in the Street Gang documentary, one of the examples they use is that there was a time when kids were singing a Budweiser commercial in late 68,
because of the jingle got in their head.
Exactly. There was this Budweiser jingle in this commercial, and all these kids were singing the Budweiser jingle, and they knew about Budweiser beer, and they were realizing like, well, what if we took that model and put the alphabet to it, put numbers to it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. But their goal was to give inexpensive or free education to urban areas where it was not readily accessible. Exactly.
Yeah. Which is why the street looked the way it did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It could have been a flashy, shiny set. Instead, it's dirty, gritty.
Exactly.
So
and representation.
I can't wait to talk about that once we get to Follow That Bird, because it was not my Sesame Street. It was not your Sesame Street. It was not any of our Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, it was a much bigger, realistic Sesame Street.
With real lighting shot on film.
Both sides of Sesame Street. That was the big difference, right?
Correct.
We had
both
never
directions.
seen the other side of Sesame Street.
There's an auto body right there.
Yeah, and exactly.
Yeah, and a woman it's awesome.
There was a family clinic. I think that was the most exciting thing. Let's just get right into the movie. Like, I think right when you get those establishing shots of Sesame Street, and you see, we see Susan and Gordon and Bob and all these other, like, these humans that we recognize and love and trust. But then you see that world just with Muppets coming out of the windows and walking around, and it's just it's a version of it's Sesame Street that you just like that's what you picture in your head without realizing that's what you're picturing in your head.
Exactly.
And I think it's absolutely beautiful. And
they made Sesame Street like a real place in this one versus like whenever you see Muppets, that's a scene of Sesame Street. There's a scene in Sesame Street, but in the background, there's Bert and Ernie in the window. There's the double-headed monster in the window. There's like so many other layers.
Well, you see Bert and Ernie's apartment.
Yeah, and
like you see other angles of it. Like it's
I love that shot of the Count watching TV with his big fireplace and his his elaborate television with the claw feet.
That TV, yes.
Dude, Count knows what's up.
Yeah.
He was starting to annoy me when he was counting the credits.
Oh, really?
I loved him at the end. Dude, he's like, someone must have associated with the producer.
Yes, once we got to 258, that was pretty awesome.
I also think he's badass because when everyone took to their vehicles, he drives his car alone. Like no one else is with him.
Yeah. Well, he's got to eat,
I didn't even realize that.
Well, he's a vampire. He's got to eat. We're not gonna watch.
No one else wants to ride with him when they all pair up.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I love that.
I thought it was funny that his license plate was 1 through 10.
Yeah. Dude. Did you? Okay. Just while we're talking about it, I wrote down all the license plates in the movie because I was obsessed with them.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna quickly go over these license plates. So the Sloppy Jalopy, Oscar's car, his license plate says Scram. Great.
Which is great.
The Countmobile is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like a longer New York license plate. It's so great. The Waylon Jennings turkey truck had a Gobble license plate.
Yep.
Miss Finch just said Finch, and then the Sleaze brothers just said Sleaze.
But
I just loved that all of these vehicles, with the exception of Gordon's VW, had these fun license plate. I went and I paused the movie to make sure that there wasn't like a joke in Gordon's VW license plate that I was missing, but I couldn't decipher it.
I think that they didn't. Sorry. So I think that they didn't do one because the Cookie Monster was the joke on that car.
Exactly.
Like there was even when they didn't acknowledge it, there was less fender in each shot. You know?
It was. Fun fact with the cars as well. So in 1984, because they were filming it at that point or already done filming it, but the cars first appeared in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Was it? Yeah, the Macy's Day. What is it?
The Macy's Thanksgiving
Day parade.
Yeah.
Which Muppet am I? So they debuted there in 1984.
Oh, I didn't.
And
see
that. And that was the Count's car and the Sloppy Jalopy.
Wow.
I'm going on YouTube to find that and watching that.
Yes, go on YouTube.
Wonderful. I love those cars so much.
God, I couldn't.
So when are you getting those, Brandon?
Yeah, well, that's all I was thinking the whole movie. I was like, oh yeah, we could do the VW Bug all ripped apart. That would be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just the detail of Oscar having like ripped seats with like springs coming through them. Like it's so great.
I related so hard to Maria when she got stuck with Oscar. I feel like I've been in that situation.
Yes.
Like when we're pairing off. Yeah, and it's like, oh, you get stuck with the guy that like doesn't like good music or whatever. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Oscar
Yeah.
rides in silence, or he listens to like radio static.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, did anyone else go like, was Maria always hot?
Oh, I
Or
followed
is it
her on
just,
Instagram.
Always.
Oh, did you?
Always.
Yeah,
Always.
I'm following her.
Okay.
Again, I'm probably
I know.
older than you, but yes, always.
Yeah.
I got deep into reading the lore of like the people who live on Sesame Street and the actors and their background. So yeah,
And
Maria's a really cool human.
I think it was
through the
bullshit.
lore-
They kept.
Oh, I
go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, I think through the lore, Oscar has always been into Maria.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's right.
Skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also
You and
really
me,
like
Skinny.
Oscar. I noticed for the first time watching this that Oscar the Grouch had like a group of kids like hang out with him
Yeah.
with like little hats and stuff.
Oh,
I
the
just thought that was pretty cool.
Grouchketeers.
The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grouchketeers, yeah.
That's what those
That's me.
are.
That's
That's
really
you.
cool.
We have to get you a little trash lid hat
Mhm.
and the
Yeah.
green shirt. We have to get
Yeah.
you one of those.
I would like that.
I thought it was bullshit. They kept singing around Linda. I thought that was just crap.
Yeah.
It just seemed unfair.
Yeah.
It seemed
Like, hey,
unfair.
what do you guys think? They're
She's
singing in the car. She's in the back seat. She's like, what are they talking about up there? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had completely forgotten about a character that exists until this movie, and I can't remember his name, but the sanitation guy that carries
Bruno.
Oscars.
Bruno, one more time around the block, Bruno.
Bruno
Yeah.
the
Dude,
trash
I
man.
forgot all about him.
Okay, well, this is a perfect segue because the person that we need to talk about in regards to Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird is Carol Spinney. Carol
Oh,
Spinney
well.
is the puppeteer that he is Big Bird, he is Oscar the Grouch, and he is also Bruno the Trash Man.
Wow.
Right,
So,
of course, right.
He carried himself.
I mean, Carol Spinney has been playing Big Bird since day one, 1969. He's playing Oscar. That is his character. He played Big Bird, maybe not physically, but he did the voice up until I believe 2018, and then he passed away in 2019. One of the other documentaries I watched in preparation for the show is one that I hadn't seen, but it's the I Am Big Bird, the Carol Spinney documentary.
So good.
It is incredible and amazing. And one of the funny things that I learned in the documentary is that back in 1996, he started training replacement. His name is Matt Vogel. He's the puppeteer who plays Big Bird now. But Matt Vogel had been basically shadowing Carol Spinney since 1996, but didn't get to play Big Bird until closer to 2018. Like, just
That's quite.
That's like the sushi movie, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
3 years
With
before
the
you even
Jiro
get to
Dreams
touch
of Sushi.
fish.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exactly what it is. And
The
I want the
Holy
Matt
cow.
Vogel story.
Mm-hmm.
But he
No
would
shit.
just he became friends with Carol Spinney, would just shadow him, learn his mannerisms, and he would get to play Big Bird at the odd occasional appearance that maybe Carol couldn't do, but essentially he was just his
Kids' birthdays. Oh, I thought it was gonna be He-Man.
But yeah, I mean, Carol Spinney is incredible. Like I cannot recommend the documentary enough if people haven't seen it. Just like the portrayal of an artist, and just like getting to know the man behind the feathers, right? It's
All of his
incredible.
rules. There's so many rules to it and all that. It's really cool.
While we're talking about that, I actually did bring because I'm sure you all know, but people might not know how the character of Big Bird is actually portrayed and kind of what makes him different and a perfect character to bring out into the real world and essentially give his own movie to. Because Big Bird, as you can see here, these are actually illustrations from the Carol Spinney documentary.
This is awesome, man.
That should be an action figure. Like there should be
Totally.
you can take the top off the Big Bird and you
Oh,
can see.
100%.
Like a Safubi?
Yeah.
Like a Safubi style figure of
Yeah, they have that of like the guy who was in the suit for Godzilla. I can't remember his name right now, but they have one of those.
So Carol Spinney is inside of Big Bird. It's a big feathery, costume. His pants are the orange Big Bird legs, but he stands in there with his arm above his head all day long.
Mm.
And then his hand is inside of Big Bird's beak, and his pinky finger, as you can see, activates the eyelids.
Yeah.
And just the control that he has with just his little pinky finger to give all of that emotion to Big Bird is unbelievable. And then
it's not just blinking, but it's squinting and stuff too that he does.
Yes.
So
So subtle.
love. Like I can't imagine that's comfortable.
Yes. One of the sort of the fun facts that I learned about we'll get into it, but the director of this film, Ken Kwapis, when he was meeting with Jim Henson, Jim Henson had one request for him. He said, on day one, I want you to gather all of the crew, all the camera departments, everybody on set working on the film. And I want you to ask them to all raise their hand above their head for 1 minute and hold it there. And so that they can understand what it's like to hold your hand above your head, as 95% of all puppeteering is, because you're down below a plane, with your puppet on your hand above your head. And he just wanted to give the crew the context of what it is like to do that action for long periods of time while you're waiting for lighting setups, camera setups, and to do all of the scenes.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's so smart. That's like when a restaurant makes everyone go through the dish pit and work in there so they understand like what the worst shot and what the pain is. So
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's really smart.
Yep.
And that comes direct from Jim Henson, who is the godfather of, puppeteering for film and television, right?
As I understand it too, he couldn't switch arms, right? Like this is how the thing was set up to use his right arm for the head, left arm was his hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, his hands. So this photo doesn't really show it very well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but so the way Big Bird's hands work is because Carol Spinney's his right hand is up in what is it? What would it be? Yes, his right hand is up in the head. His left hand is actually the only hand he has use for. But if you watch Big Bird, Big Bird's right hand moves, and that's because there is a string that runs from one Big Bird arm up to underneath his chin and back down. This photo doesn't really show it very well, but this drawing is showing the string. Yeah. I was watching a Australian 60 Minutes interview where they went to the set of Sesame Street, and I took this screenshot because you can see it running right across Cookie Monster's face there. You can see the counterbalance string that controls Big Bird's other hand.
Yeah.
I love Cookie Monster's face in that shot.
Oh yeah. Cookie Monster.
It's almost like he's spotting the string.
Yeah, right.
Did you the shot of Elmo's head makes me think too. Did you guys notice that Elmo made an appearance before he was Elmo in this movie?
Yeah. We'll talk about it. About it.
So Telly is gone. They haven't had Telly in years. Did Elmo replace Telly? Because I remember Telly that he was in this.
Well, there's no Harry monster either.
You're right. He only showed up at the end too. Yes.
Right.
I saw the amazing Mumford. The amazing Mumford popped his head out of the window too at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
the magician guy.
Happy. I was really hoping because it's been so long since I've watched it. Sorry, Brandon. We'll get back to this in one hot second. There's two characters I was really hoping that were going to show up. One was Guy Smiley, who I love his vignettes, and the other one was Forgetful Jones.
Guy Smiley.
Does anyone remember Forgetful Jones?
I don't remember.
I remember Forgetful Jones.
Isn't he?
Yeah, everyone's forgotten Forgetful Jones.
No, isn't he in it? Doesn't he have the joke like "Don't forget to breathe"? Oh no, is that?
Oh, maybe he is. I was working today while I was watching it, so I was like,
I think he might be in it. I think Forgetful Jones is in it when they're all like, "Don't forget to write, don't forget to breathe." I think he's in it. But
yeah, I think he might be.
Guy Smiley is not in the movie, and
Nope.
I think part of that is because Chevy Chase is our news anchor, and Kermit the Frog, Kermit the Frog, is our correspondent throughout the film.
Right.
Well, he is correspondent for.
That's normal for Sesame Street. Yeah. Hi, Kermit the Frog here, reporting live Sesame Street news.
But because we have Chevy Chase as the anchor, we probably can't have Guy Smiley. I'm just saying, like, if Chevy was the anchor and they needed a Muppet to be a cameo, you could send Guy Smiley instead.
You know what? But they could have put the newscaster on. Oh, that's Muppet Show, isn't it? Though the newscaster.
Yeah, the Muppet Show's got the newscaster.
Yeah, that's the Muppet Show.
They could have done an advertisement for a game show though, with a picture of Guy Smiley. Right.
I thought it was funny how Chevy Chase. How Chevy Chase used the Mr. Rogers line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a reference to PBS. You know,
that was a little interesting.
The Chevy.
I couldn't
Chase
tell if it was facetious or a dig. I couldn't tell where they.
It's coming from Chevy Chase, so that doesn't help.
I know, but the Muppets are inherently good and not passive aggressive. You know,
it made me laugh out loud. I thought it was so funny because I love the way he mispronounces Sesame Street.
Sesame. That was great.
Street. And I love a bit where somebody on television is replying and responding to like a character watching the TV. I always think it's like, I just think it's like such a funny bit, you know, to play with the reality. But yeah, Chevy Chase legitimately made me laugh out loud in this movie.
Hell yeah. That's the stuff, or that's the thing about like the Muppet movie cameos in general from like real comedic actors just lend so much gravity to the films themselves. And there are some really good cameos in this movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much SCTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and
Dave and Joe Flaherty for sure.
Yeah, and John Candy.
Right, and John Candy.
Sleazies. Oh, and John Candy. Yep.
Love John Candy.
You know, the film
One
was
more
shot.
shout out to the I Like Me documentary. I've been talking about it nonstop because he seems to be in every movie I'm watching lately.
Me.
So good. So
such
good.
a good watch.
Wonderful documentary. The new John Candy documentary.
Sorry, Brandon. I know we're bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, I know it's all over, but that's okay. You know, the film was shot all in Canada. I don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, all in Ontario, Eastern Canada. So it is funny that 3 of the SCTV members show up in this film. It almost feels like it was like you know, part of like some sort of like Canadian, but it's not. Like Ken Kwapis, the director of Follow That Bird, I listened to a couple interviews with him. Shout out to a podcast that I love. It's relatively new. It's called Hey, That's Me, a commentary podcast. And it's hosted by these 2 comedy writers. And every episode, their guest is they do a commentary track for something the guest has done. So there is there's a Ken Kwapis episode for Follow That Bird. What else have they done? Candy Clark from American Graffiti. They did the Mike Diva, the director of the Lonely Island Bash Brothers special on Netflix. So they get some really fun guests, but the whole point of the show is they get the guest and they do a full commentary track for a project that the guest is involved with. So there's a full Ken Kwapis Follow That Bird commentary track on this podcast. And one of the things that came up was people have said to him, like, "Oh, did you get SCTV because you were in Canada and that's all you could get?" And he was like, "No, that's who we wanted. We wanted Joe Flaherty and Dave Thomas, and then John Candy just came as up for one day, because like people thought well, they're Canadian. They must live in Canada. But the truth is, Dave Thomas was living in Los Angeles. John Candy was living in Los Angeles.
They flew them all in. That's hilarious.
So they had to fly home essentially to shoot this movie. Speaking of which, actually, the Sleaze brothers, as we're talking about, Joe Flaherty and Dave Thomas, I was reading. This is labeled a first draft of the Follow That Bird script. And on one of the pages here, on the left-hand side, I don't know if you guys can read that, but under the red highlight, in the script, they wanted Danny DeVito and Bill Murray for the Sleaze brothers.
Wow, I could see it.
That would have been cool. Me too.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Absolutely here for that.
Even some of the acting, like some of the lines feel like Bill Murray lines.
Yeah. These are just dream. This is put in by the screenplay writers Tony Geiss and Judy Freudberg. So these are just sort of like ideas that they're putting out there. You know, the way a screenwriter will sort of write a part for somebody. This may be who they have in mind when they are writing those lines of dialogue. And then on the other side of the page, they hadn't landed on Waylon Jennings yet as their musical cameo. So it says, what does it say? Dolly Parton,
Kenny Rogers, Willie Nelson,
Cher.
Wow.
That's such a different spectrum. When you think of like Dolly, obviously when you think of 80s country, there's no bigger icons than Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, and then Kenny Rogers. But then all of a sudden it goes, or Cher.
Yeah. Hey, they're just grasping at straws, man. They're trying to. Yeah. Who can we get? Who can we get?
Dolly Parton would have been amazing in this movie.
Yeah. Could you imagine the song Dolly Parton? Whew.
Yes.
It's a great song. Great song.
I think she could have had the same effect of being like heartwarming and inspiring.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I'm big Dolly fan here.
Dukes of Hazzard, I grew that show, so Waylon kind of added some credence and credibility there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
I love that song.
Yeah. Still a great choice.
Yeah, I think it's the best song in the movie. It's the one that since watching the movie, it's all I'm whistling it. Ain't no mountain.
Yeah.
It's so catchy.
Of all the Muppet movies, this one has probably my least favorite music, I would say.
Oh.
Well,
really?
This stuff's I'm Blue.
Or maybe I just don't know. You're right. Maybe I don't know them as well. Maybe the other ones are under my skin and I know them
opening number. It reminds me of George
I do too. Okay, you're right. You're right. But when Big Bird sings, it sounded like a rip on Rainbow Connection. I was like, oh, they're even doing. Like, I can almost hear the banjo in the background.
Yeah,
I will say I do agree with you, Jay. Is if I'm thinking about Muppet type characters, these are probably on the low end of song choices for me, right? And part of it is like I actually, not that I actually thought this, but for some reason, like the Waylon Jennings song and Moving Right Along, they seem like weirdly interchangeable, and
so there seemed like a lot of that.
Yeah. But I love the song in context of the movie. I think Waylon Jennings is fantastic. In this movie, like you mentioned, he does sing the Dukes of Hazzard theme song, and he's the narrator
and narrates the whole show. So his title is the Balladeer. He's the Balladeer.
Yeah, the Balladeer. Right? Yeah.
Them cousins got in one heap of trouble.
Yeah.
Did anybody notice anything funny about Waylon Jennings' truck?
Oh yes, I can't believe it. I made a note of this. And some of the other vehicles as well. They look like they were heightened to accommodate the height of Big Bird. Like the windshield was like super duper tall. Yeah, perfect.
You're 100% right. So
they
modified this Chevy truck.
Parsmobiles.
Yes. Look how big that door is compared to Waylon Jennings. So that truck is modified so that 8-foot tall Big Bird can sit inside and look like he's not, squished inside of a regular vehicle.
That's awesome.
It's the same with Miss Finch's vehicle as well. It's tall on the inside, but it does look. I didn't actually notice it while I was watching the movie. Didn't even clock it.
Really?
It wasn't until I was listening to the Ken Kwapis commentary that he pointed it out, and I went, "Oh my god! Of course!" So
it was all the head-on shots. There was like, look at all that headroom. There's no way nobody would ever make a truck like that. It was hilarious. Yeah, and then the inside is all upholstered in leather with the window behind him is so high.
Yeah, like even
none of it actually makes sense.
All of the body work done to the door, the window frame around, like it's fully done. Like it's not half-assed by any means. All to fit.
Beyond that, the front has windshields. Like if you see this whole scene from the beginning, the windshield is so tall. It looks like crazy. It was from the Cars movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there should be a pair of eyes right there.
Totally.
Yeah. That's awesome that they went to that detail to have that forced perspective so that you can, think that Big Bird is that big. That's a lot of effort, and that's really, really cool. I know you like cars, so very cool.
It's almost the opposite though to fit Big Bird in, because otherwise, if it was a regular truck, he wouldn't be able to.
And I think that's what it is, like going to the effort to make it look normal in the world of Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird. That's a normal truck.
Mm-hmm.
But because if Big Bird were to squish into the vehicle, it either would be a bit, right? Like it would be played for comedy, or in this case, that's not what they were trying to do. So they have to spend the money and the time to make this real world vehicle. So Big Bird
somehow erase it.
He looks normal in this vehicle, right? Like
it's a lot of money for something we're not supposed to notice.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that scene's so impactful when they're singing together. So it's like that you don't want anything distracting you and making you think like, oh, that's not a real car. This looks like it's just thrown together. You're just in it, which I think is extremely effective.
That's true. Yeah, because you do not even notice once it starts going. You're in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 30 minutes into the movie, that just carries me through. And just a note on the soundtrack for me, because I feel like saying this, one of the reasons that I think I love the soundtrack so much is because it's like hard to find on Spotify, and it's also like a little bit expensive to get on a soundtrack. So the fact that I have to like chase after it makes me want it more, and probably makes me like it a little bit more. I also really
there's
like
a cool factor.
Yeah. It's like it's hard to attain. I gotta chase it, and I like that.
Yeah, it's not widely available. There is a CD release, and I actually didn't even check if there was like a vinyl release of it, but I assume because of the time period, there is a vinyl. I'm sure there is.
They're like $70 or $80 on eBay, so I'm looking for a cheap one.
I was listening to it on YouTube. Somebody has ripped the whole album on YouTube, and it's one of those things where they've gone out of their way to. Carol Spinney has re-recorded dialogue for the album so that the album sort of plays through kind of a bit of a story of the movie. It's not just the songs.
Cool.
Like there's dialogue that connects the songs, kind of like the scenes, a condensed version of the scenes. The way the dialogue on the album is scored with little instrumental music behind it. It's like the forethought, the effort that goes into putting that out, instead of just slapping the songs ripped from the audio track of the movie onto
they care about the narrative and like, oh, we're going to tell a story here, and for those who have not seen this, let's explain it a little bit, which is accessibility for everyone,
or those listening to relive it.
Yes,
you get this experience as well.
It is funny on the album how Big Bird talks about Miss Finch. He kind of puts like a because they're just trying to be quick and they're not going to get into the like Miss Finch thinking that all birds should be together, attitude that she has. He just kind of, brushes over it very briefly of like, and then Miss Finch had this idea that I should be with other birds, but I didn't really like it. It's just like they just gloss over that because they're just trying to get to the songs, but it's great. Yes, you can find it on YouTube.
Well, I'll have to listen to it all the way through there, and then I'll also buy it.
The other thing about the vehicles is there is times in this movie where the Muppet performers are actually driving the cars while performing Muppets.
Wow.
So Miss Finch, granted, Miss Finch is a costume or a puppet, I should say, similar to Big Bird, where it is somebody in a suit, puppeteering the beak and having one arm. So, but it's still incredible that there's somebody in there driving for certain shots. There is a shot that if you watch it when they're at the parade and the Count comes to the parade, he backs up. That is that is Jerry Nelson, the puppeteer of the Count, in the car, puppeteering and driving backwards just for those short shots.
It's so funny you say that because that whole scene with the parade and the Count finds him. At no point watching that did I even question how that was made, and I just took for granted that the Count was driving.
Yeah,
I got that lost in the movie that I totally didn't even. That's the crazy thing about the Muppets is sometimes I forget that there's puppeteers involved.
Yeah,
and that was one of those cases where I didn't even the Count just turning around, doing the thing and backing, and I was like, and I just bought it. I didn't even care to even think how was that done. No, the Count's driving. God, I love the Muppets for that.
I know that's the magic of the Muppets.
Agreed.
Countless times have I heard people talking about getting to work with the Muppets. The all the celebrity cameos and stuff. They the moment they lock eyes with that puppet and the puppeteer is interacting, the puppeteer goes away.
Yeah,
it's incredible what they can do, and it's just bringing life to this this bunch of fur. It's incredible.
Have you ever seen them?
Have you ever?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was just going to ask if you've ever seen any Muppet.
We're both doing it. You go.
You go.
Jay Ryan. Nope. Okay, fine. There was they were talking to who is the puppeteer that does Fozzie Bear now? But anyways, he was talking about that when he meets.
No,
it's not Frank Oz, but he was but he was talking about when people meet Fozzie Bear for the first time, like cameos and stuff. And he goes, there's two types of people you get. You get people that are excited, and then you got people who start crying and talking about how much Fozzie got them into either comedy or acting. And they don't even look at the puppeteers even there. They just look straight at the bear, and they just let it all out. And he goes, that's the power that we hold.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Eric Jacobson is the current person who performs as Fozzie.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you, Abby.
Has anybody ever seen any Muppet outtakes?
Yeah, they're the
I
best.
love them.
Yeah, especially on the Otter Jugman Christmas. There's some really fun outtakes.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't break
character.
It's hard
they do their jokes as their voice.
Even after the line's blown or whatever, they react through the characters.
I know.
And to me, it's magic.
Yeah.
Absolute magic. And it's what you were talking about before. Go ahead.
Yeah, Frank Oz.
That's what I'm saying. The early days of Frank and Jim together, when they were really, they were. It was like the Mythbusters, right? It was like Adam and Jamie. They work together, but they're not friends.
Yeah, it's a grudging thing.
They just create magic together,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really good co-workers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I read that they were actually Henson and Oz were in that biplane for that scene for puppeteering. Not to jump ahead of you, but you were talking about being in vehicles.
So
that was
the biplane was
the Bert and Ernie?
real plane. And so it's Frank Oz and Jim Henson jammed into this biplane, figuring out where they can go and jam in there so that they can do Bert and Ernie out. All of those biplane scenes were shot on the roof of the film studio they were shooting at, and that's why all of the sky behind them is real sky. So they just went out on the roof of the studio built this rig so that they could shoot down and still see sky behind them. And then I searched so hard for any photos of the rig that they built to put the plane upside down. And the only information that I could find is that apparently Jim Henson and Frank Oz are 18 feet in the air, upside down, puppeteering Bert and Ernie for that bit of the what is the name of that song?
Upside Down World.
Upside down World. Yes.
Yeah. I read that too. I thought that was
insane.
Yeah.
And I was trying
crazy
to find photos or videos of it, but there's not a lot of behind the scenes photos or video from Follow That Bird. But again, this Ken Kwapis commentary podcast, he was talking about how they filmed it all up on the roof of this studio in Toronto.
Hell
that
yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Ken Kwapis, by the way, very famous TV director. I don't know if anybody knows. Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's talk about Ken Kwapis. So Ken Kwapis directed Follow That Bird. His name might be recognizable to fans of the U.S. Office because he is one of the primary directors of the U.S. Office. He directed not only the pilot, but the finale. He directed 19 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle. So that's a lot of episodes for a director to come in for a TV show. And he directed a couple episodes of Freaks and Geeks. So he is a very well established television director, and he was fresh out of film school. He had made some student projects, and it was actually Amy Pascal, the producer, who sent his information to Jim Henson to say, like, hey, this kid's new on the scene. Maybe you want him for your Sesame Street movie. And
Amy Pascal, who became the head of Sony.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know what she was necessarily doing. She obviously must have been working for Warner Brothers at the time. In order
I could have done without that, by the way. This movie is brought to you by the letters W and B.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheeky.
They have to shill at some point. They got to get paid.
Yeah. Warner Brothers, they were basically being like, be thankful. We made this movie for you. Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Sleaze Brothers.
Right. That's totally exactly.
Yeah. Little did
You're
they
the
know the
luckiest bird in the world.
Sleaze Brothers is actually based off studio execs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
producers. That's why you got to talk to them.
I think the Sleaze Brothers are making a bid to buy Warner Brothers Studios right now. Actually,
there you go.
We are at Gotham City tonight. We're trying to get a bid together.
You're trying,
to buy it.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk to the Sleaze Brothers, see how they're doing.
I have this. One of the other things I learned is, where is it here? Lots of incredible like practical effects in the film. I did find this one behind the scenes photo. So I believe that's a very young 20-something Ken Kwapis on the far right looking through the viewfinder. And you can see there is a giant, or there is a birdhouse on this pole. And what this is a forced perspective shot, but this is the establishing shot of the dodo's house.
Right. Yeah.
So again, just like the Bert and Ernie biplane, they built this model of the birdhouse, set the camera up right close to it, and that's real sky and real clouds behind the model that they're shooting from 2 feet away.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool.
That's badass.
What did you guys think of the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
It's the same question. Effect aside, what do we feel about the dodos?
They're the worst.
I love
them. They're the worst.
You love them? I identify with Big Bird through the whole movie. So when I watch that, I think about myself as like a homeschool kid when I'd go out to other people's houses and feel like they don't understand like what I'm into. Like especially when Big Bird is trying to explain to the kids like what imagination is and like what it is to pretend. I remember I have very vivid memories of getting in fights with kids when I lived in New Jersey, being like, you don't understand how to like pretend stuff. So
because they were so sucked into the program.
Yeah, I'll clarify. I do hate them as well, but I also love them because I think they're very funny. And
I want to live in their house.
I love the simplicity of the joke that they are dumb as dodos, right? Like it's just like
the bird that
like that,
almost went extinct.
So simple, and it just kills for me, right? They have a ride-on lawnmower that they don't know how to use. It's so funny.
And when the dad gets back from the airport and he's like, well, I guess I got here. I don't even know where I came from. Like he has a complete like fugue state. So hilarious.
It reminded me, does anybody know of the Tom Arnold movie, The Stupids?
Yeah, of course.
I've heard.
Okay.
Yes. I haven't seen it.
I have not seen that movie for I'm gonna say like 20 plus years, but that
Maybe
was
more.
A movie that I rented from the video store all the time. I thought it was so funny. These people that were so stupid and they were just doing ridiculous things and didn't know what was going on. And that energy was really getting to me in the Dodo family.
Yes, I couldn't take it 1 second longer. They bailed just in time.
Yeah, the fact that Mr. and Mrs. Dodo don't even kiss Big Bird when they go in his room, it's like so awkward, and you can feel that force level of like, oh, this is not a good situation. I don't think Big Bird wants to be in this. Yeah, I couldn't relate anymore to that. And also when he's writing his letter to Snuffleupagus and he's like trying to make it sound good, but he's like, I should be happy, but I'm not. It's like heartbreaking. I'm 100% with him when it's like, just get out of there, you know? Like it's not your family. You can go back to a place where you are actually happy. I think that's really great.
When he left with just radar, I was like, this is it. This is it. We're going. Let's go.
Yeah. And the fact that they wouldn't allow Snuffy to come and visit because he's not a bird, that's not good.
That's
not good, people.
Nope, that's a red flag.
Dumb and racist.
Red flag.
Well,
it's one and the same, isn't it? That's what.
Did anybody else clock the kids' names?
Donnie and Lorraine.
Yeah.
Lorraine was
Marie. Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie. Oh yeah.
Like Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Hell yeah.
Donnie was he's in that hot chocolate with the Polar Express, right? And who else is he? Is he one of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds or something?
He's Eugene from both the Grease movies.
Okay.
What is his name? I wrote it down here.
Okay.
I know his face. Yep, that's it.
Eddie Dezine. He's also in another movie I absolutely love. I Want to Hold Your Hand, an early Bob Gale, Robert Zemeckis movie.
Oh, he's right there in the middle. That's him. Yeah.
Yes,
right there
there's Eddie Dezine right in the middle there. This is a movie about like Beatles fandom. Very, 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 very fun movie. Eddie Dezine is the voice. Eugene from Grease.
Cool.
And the Mother Dodo is voiced by Lorraine Newman.
Yeah, I saw that in the credits.
Yeah, first cast of SNL. Where are we here? Oh, let's just hit some more of this plot. I think we've kind of been talking about it. Oh my God, I loved Big Bird packing.
Me too. I made a note about that.
Did you?
It reminds me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Abby. Reminds you of
it
what?
Just reminds me of how, like, just in a child's mind, like, okay, these are the things that you put in here. And, the beach ball, like, undeflated, closing it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I wrote a note. I was like, this is how I pack, and my friend Jess, who's my co-host Jacob's girlfriend, whenever we pack for stuff, I was like, this is how we legitimately pack. So I really related to that. And I know when Craig was watching it, he was like, oh, this is releasing some sort of like deep memory within me, seeing the stuff go into the suitcase. So like very memorable.
It's such a great shot, just like a tight shot of this wicker suitcase. He puts in a comb, a pen, a rubber ducky, the Birds of the World book, a snorkel mask and flippers, 2 neckties. It's so funny.
2 different neckties.
And then a fully inflated beach ball, and closes the lid.
He goes to close it, and then the next shot, it's already closed, and he's walking out.
Exactly.
No problem. Piece of cake.
And it's stuff like that I'm like, this is this is like why like the Muppet movies are like funny, because they like go out of their way to do like bits like that. It doesn't really do anything. It's purely a joke. It's just meant to be funny, and it works. It kills.
I don't even know why that was funny. And I agree with both of you. It was delightful.
Yeah, wonderful little.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point, Ryan, because they do play it straight.
Yeah,
and so they never wink and nod.
Nope, they just keep going like everything's normal, and they do something totally weird and like cartoony and like breaks physics, but nobody acknowledges it, and they just keep going.
Keep on moving. Yep.
Similar to when the lawnmower like comes out and drives itself at the Dodo's house. It's like, oh, we're not going to acknowledge this, but we're all going to see the stupidity of it. Yeah. It's without a lack of explanation, and exposition makes things a lot funnier, because then the viewer is able to like just kind of play around with it in their head and be like, oh, I like that. I get that.
Well, think of any time anybody's explained a joke to you. It's not that funny.
That means it's not funny.
So that I think is my issue with the Dodos. The moment they didn't recognize that Big Bird was the big bird on the plane, they're like, hey, was there a big bird on that plane? They're like, you mean me? I get the joke. Like, oh, dodos, they're dumb. They can't land. I get it. They're stupid bird. Okay. And then it just went on for so long. I guess for kids, it's okay. I'm seeing this movie in my 40s.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
And 40 years later.
I'm just going to go back to me loving the stupids. I guarantee you every joke in that movie is that type of humor. They're the stupids. Okay. And I loved it. So I imagine it's fully just like kids like laughing.
They're just driving it home.
Television.
Yeah. For me, as someone who always felt like an outsider, like to watch Big Bird like taking in how stupid they are in a way that's like it's like not necessarily malicious, but it's like they don't really see Big Bird for who Big Bird is. They kind
don't. Yeah, you're right.
So it sort of makes it's sort of like a joke almost for an intelligent kid who would be like, oh, I might be a little bit smarter than the people around me, kind of a thing, which is how I feel Big Bird is. He's
definitely more aware.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's one of the themes of the movie. It's like autonomy and your decision and what
then
where you end up.
Made me feel bad for the stupids or the dodos.
They suck.
I ended up feeling bad for them because I was like, man, they can't help themselves. It's not even their fault.
They got a workout video. I think they're trying. It's almost like they're trying not to.
You're saying they're happy?
Yeah, they're happy. They're not fit to be Big Bird's parents. They're not the right fit.
No.
Okay.
He needs monsters.
Well, then how poor is Mrs. Finch at her job?
She's bad.
That job doesn't.
She's terrible at it.
Exist.
She's terrible at her job.
I would say.
And who was she to begin with? To just come walking in and being like, "Hey, you need to move."
Yeah, you need to be with birds. You're a bird. You need to be with birds. Like, all right, back off, lady.
Oh, you're right.
Who are you?
Yeah, that's the head scratcher as a kid when you're like, wait, why are you telling me who to hang out with?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm bird. I have to be with bird. No, thank you, lady.
Yeah, especially when those birds don't see me for who I am and don't really love me. Yeah.
So Big Bird is out in the world. We've already sort of talked about Ain't No Road Too Long. One of my favorite bits is that kid on the Ferris wheel. He gets stuck up at the top and he's like, round trip's a dime, you owe me another nickel. And like that shot is like way better than it needs to be for a kid.
Totally agree with you.
Think of the rig that needed to be put on the Ferris wheel to get that shot above the kid's head down to Dave Thomas and Joe Flaherty. Then he flips him that coin and he like catches it and in one solid movement goes to the
he catches it and he's in the lever.
Yes, to the lever. Like it's an incredible little sequence.
I think is it a nickel that he drops rather than a dime? Like it's not
because he's already paid a nickel.
Yeah,
so you owe me another nickel. It's a dime for the round trip, so he has to send him down another nickel. Yeah. And then Dave Thomas
highway robbery or something like that.
Yeah, Dave Thomas steals his apple, which ends up coming to play at the end of the film.
Cop car on the little side.
He also
I was holding it for someone.
He had a really cool Archie lunchbox. Did you notice that?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't.
It was this Yeah, it was this cool Archie lunchbox. Just had the Archie characters on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's quietly teaching you a little lesson about like human beings and their character. If they take and they steal and extort, like those aren't good people.
Whoa.
And it'll come back around to get you.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. There's consequences for your actions, Dave Thomas.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to this. So they go to the farm and Big Bird's in the chicken coop, and he meets these two kids. One of the Ruthie, the little girl, she's played by an actress named Allison Court. Do either of you know that name?
Yeah.
Yes.
She
Ryan.
is. She is the voice of Jubilee.
Exactly.
So that from the original series. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead.
So Allison Court is the voice of Jubilee in the original X-Men animated series.
What a badass.
Is super cool. She's also somebody else, and very important to me. I don't know how important she is to you. She is Lunette the Clown from the Big Comfy Couch.
Comfy Couch.
Oh, yes, I remember the Big Comfy Couch.
Okay. That was such an important show for me growing up. Major bedhead, clock stretching. When watching the movie for this and doing the research, when I saw that, I was like, oh my, I was so blown away. I honestly can't even tell you like how important Lunette the Clown is to me as a young boy.
That makes me so happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I love Lunette the Clown.
Hell yeah.
Do you do your tidy up time?
Yes. Yeah. 10-second tidy.
Yeah.
Molly the Dolly. Come on. Big Comfy Couch is a classic. Is it like, do you know Big Comfy Couch, Abby?
Yeah, it's I believe it was they would run that on Nickelodeon. Maybe Nick Jr. Sounds like something. I think I was a little bit young for it, but I am familiar.
I just didn't know if it was like a Canadian show. Like I know it's big in Canada, and I know that they're Canadian actors on the show, but I just didn't know if it had actually made its way.
Oh yeah, okay.
The US.
Yeah, it did. It would be, like I said, I think it was on like Nickelodeon in their morning programming, like when kids would watch. So yeah, and I'm looking at this. That is really cool that that's her all grown up. Those are like the cool Easter eggs that you dive into. I know,
it's just like the fun little like the connections. It's so cool. And Jay, Big Comfy Couch, big important show to you, or
never heard of it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, check it out.
Sorry, this is where the gray hair comes in, I think.
Well, it has this very famous bit where she has a rug, a big, probably like 10-foot radius rug that is a clock face, and she does this clock stretch where she like stretches out to all the numbers of the clock. It's a big couch. It has like these Dust Bunny characters. Honestly, I was obsessed with it when I was a kid.
Okay,
just blew my mind learning that she was little Ruthie in this film.
Wow,
awesome.
After that, easy going, great song. You know, they're doing farm chores around. It's fun. It's a good song. Nice little moment. You get to see Big Bird interact with the kids. And then after that, we go to probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. My favorite scene from when I saw it when I was younger. And that is the Don't Drop In and the Grouch Diner.
Yes,
by far
makes the movie like
yeah.
So it's the funniest part.
100%.
Sandra Bernhard. Yeah.
Sandra Bernhard. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and as a restaurant industry person, I'm just like, oh yes.
It's even when they pull up and Maria starts getting mad, and Oscar's like, "You're here with an angry-faced woman? This is the best day of my life."
Yeah.
When Oscar's like, we went to Friendly's earlier.
Yes,
like,
that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
The idea that grouch food is like just gross trash food, it translates so well. And the setup inside that diner it's reminiscent of like Gremlins 2 with like the salad gremlin. I am just in heaven when there's salad flying everywhere. Makes me so happy.
What's funny, Abby, is you bring up Gremlins 2 because the cook in the Grouch Diner is played by Paul Bartel, who is in Gremlins 2.
Weird.
Nice.
That was weird. What the fuck just happened?
So weird. That is.
That was so obscure. Speaking of Gremlins 2.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, so the two cameos in that scene, Sandra Bernhard, who is fresh off of my personal favorite Martin Scorsese movie.
Of course.
King of Comedy, I think, is an unsung classic in the Scorsese canon.
Dude, that movie is exceptional. Rupert Pupkin.
Oh my goodness. This is my favorite Scorsese movie. Jerry Lewis plays essentially himself, a talk show host. Robert De Niro
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. Robert De Niro plays a aspiring stand-up comedian who wants to get on essentially the Tonight Show.
But he'll never even be he works out in his basement instead of going to the clubs. Yes. He's really a super fan of these shows.
Exactly.
And of the Johnny Carson. I love that movie.
Me too. Sandra Bernhard is kind of his like friend / accomplice in this film. She's wonderful. This is kind of the inspiration for the aesthetic of the Todd Phillips Joker movie. It's
I was gonna say, it was giving me Todd Phillips vibes.
It's the first. Yeah, no. The second one is like a sequel to it. The Joker, because even Robert De Niro plays,
and Robert De Niro plays the talk show host. But yeah, Sandra Bernhard's in this movie. It's incredible. And then
do you guys know who Craig Robinson is?
Yes,
Craig Robinson. He used to call me Rupert Pupkin all the time.
You?
Because of my Letterman thing, yeah.
Oh yeah, your obsession with David Letterman, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And then Paul Bartel, another movie I absolutely love, Eating Raoul. This is another like super wild, fun movie. Paul Bartel and his wife, they want to open up a restaurant, and they realize the best way to make money is to pose as swingers and then kill and rob the people that come over to their apartment. It's a wild
That's amazing.
Movie.
That's one I'm gonna see.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah.
Super
How
fun
did we
movie.
get to here?
Paul Bartel, star of Gremlins 2 and Sesame Street Presents All About Birds.
Get to
Here? Yeah.
It's the two.
Big Bird's not in that movie.
In the best scene of the movie. I wrote down my favorite line of dialogue from the Grouch Diner scene, and it's one of the Grouches yelling in the background. He says, "I ordered this Jell-O medium rare. This one's well.
This is well done."
Yeah. It's
this
so
is well done. I heard it too.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Funny. I ordered this Jell-O medium rare.
This is well done.
The menu details are also disgusting, and I love it.
God. It's a perfect scene, I think. Like set design, because you got all the neon signs that say like "Get Lost," and all the things are broken. The toasters are smoking. I love the little detail of like Sandra, the one piece of toast pops, Sandra Bernhard, she doesn't catch it and doesn't care. Then the second piece of toast pops and she catches it. And it's like that. There's stuff like that as an adult now, I look at it and go like, that's kind of cool and interesting. It's not perfectly polished, but it also works with the Grouch Diner. And yeah, she wouldn't care that she missed the one piece of toast and now it's on the ground. She's still going to serve it.
Yeah, and it makes it believable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Universal
Maria
Studios needs to make a diner.
Yes. Exactly. Oh my God.
Please.
The popularity of like the rude waiters, restaurant.
Yeah, that's a
like
whole
that.
thing.
Yeah. They need, who owns SeaWorld? SeaWorld has the Sesame Street character.
Oh, is that who has it? Okay.
Yeah, for the theme parks. So
yeah, I'm thinking Universal Japan. Because Universal Japan has Muppets. They got a Sesame Street.
Oh, do they? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So
is Sesame Place not in existence anymore? They don't have that anymore?
When
I was a kid, there was like a set. I don't remember. It was like a Sesame Street amusement park. You go to Sesame Street as a kid, like Legoland. It was called Sesame Place. No,
I'll have to look that up.
We're all racing to Google.
Yeah,
I never got to go as a kid, but it was
Philadelphia.
Used to be a thing. That sounds cool. That sounds right.
Bucks County, Philadelphia. Yeah, Pennsylvania.
And
Cool.
there's one
wow,
in,
I'm gonna research that.
There's one in San Diego.
Cool.
Hence the is that because of the SeaWorld connection?
Yeah,
it must
maybe.
be.
Or is that Sesame Place?
Sesame Place, California Family Theme Park, San Diego.
Oh.
Well, I guess we all need to go there.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
I guess we're going. Clash
Can you
trip.
tell me how to get there?
Uh-oh.
I love.
Well played.
They use that joke, I think, like 3 times in the movie, and you're like,
Yeah,
Not enough.
You're
They
like-
could have used it over and over and
you're
over.
like,
How do
you're
I
like,
get
okay,
there?
we get it.
Yeah.
Can we give some unsung praise to Barkley the dog, who was heavily featured in the background
Yes.
of this?
Yeah, at the
He was
very
always one of
beginning
my
and at the
favorite
end.
parts of the original Sesame Street, and at some point I think he went away. Maybe the puppeteer, I have no idea, but
Yeah,
his movement is incredible.
Yeah, it's that head tilt with the front paws that go, and it's just
Yes,
Barkley's a great.
and he shakes his little butt
Muppet.
and then takes off. It's awesome.
Yes.
well, there's that really great shot where Miss Finch is leading Big Bird away from Sesame Street, and it's a really nice wide, shot above the whole crowd. And I think Big Bird knocks over some cans,
On the way out.
Yes,
and Barkley gets scared and runs
Yes.
over and hides.
That's it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, and Mrs. Finch kind of like yells at him almost like in an embarrassed, like being a shitty guardian kind of way.
Yeah,
So yeah, you
exactly.
get that. And I feel like that might have also been like a real thing, whether or not it was, but like the bumping over and knocking stuff over and
Yeah.
keeping it. Like if that happened, I'd believe it.
Okay, here's the thing that I noticed. Speaking of bumping, in the parade scene, when Big Bird is going through all of the band,
Yeah.
if you watch next time you watch it, watch really closely. Big Bird hands, he hits one of the trumpets, and the trumpet hits the trumpet player in the mouth, and you can see the trumpet player's head go back and react to being hit in the mouth with the mouthpiece. Yeah, when he's kind of like when Miss Finch is chasing him around, Big Bird turns and his hand just hits the end of the trumpet and blocks the poor trumpet player.
I hope he just got a
that
fat
would
lip
hurt.
and not a chipped tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to mention another one of my favorite shots in the movie, and that comes right after the "Don't Drop In." It's when Bert and Ernie, they spot Big Bird from their biplane,
Mhm.
and it is a iconic shot recreated.
North by Northwest.
Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. So they do this reference to North by Northwest in Follow That Bird. And I'm going to pose something. I think they actually did it better. And here's the reason why. Cary Grant is not actually running from a plane. They shot a plane, they put it up on rear projection, and then shot him running away from a rear projected image of a plane on a set.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's iconic. It's amazing. But in Follow That Bird, they were like, hey, we have a biplane. And again, I'll shout out
And a
to
cornfield. Let's do this.
the Hey That's Me commentary podcast. Ken Kwapis was talking about this shot was not planned. This was his idea. He's like, we have a biplane, we have a cornfield, and we have this character running. Why don't we do the North by Northwest shot? So they went out, they got their hands on a VHS copy of the movie, they studied the shot sequence, and then they recreated it. But they recreated it for real. Now, Ken Kwapis believes that is a stunt performer in the Big Bird costume. Obviously, if anything goes wrong, you can't lose Carol Spinney, right?
Mhm.
There's just that's what stunt performers do. They put their lives on the line for incredible shots like this. And so they really do it. They really fly this this biplane, and Big Bird gets down on the ground as the plane comes over. It's an incredible. Go ahead.
If we watch this again, I bet I'm looking at it now, and that once you said it's not Carol, and I feel like it looks like maybe both arms are even real in this stunt costume, and maybe the head
maybe for safety. right? So it's built up on top
so
of their
he can
head
have his arms. Yes,
exactly.
Well, for running, it wouldn't physically be.
Yeah, it would
right.
be almost too difficult. Yeah.
But I
You're
didn't
right,
notice that watching it through until you just told me how they did it, and then it makes
Yeah.
me think, oh, okay, if it's not Carol, then it's probably a stunt suit.
I think that's so ballsy and badass to be like, let's ask Hitchcock to hold our beer and do this shot,
exactly.
like make it better, like do it live.
I love this stuff. It's like this is a children's movie. Like, it doesn't need to be this good. It doesn't need to be shot this well. It doesn't need to be this funny. This is literally a movie Warner Brothers made to make money from parents, families, and get them to the movie theater. It doesn't need to be this cool, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but that's the Sesame Street motto. You don't talk down. You don't dumb things down. For kids,
for the kid,
you educate the children on the cinema greats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
That's right.
Treat your audience with respect.
It is.
I grew up watching
true, right?
It's important.
Yep.
Even just in terms of like, we'll say like regular films, the general audience films, not treating your audience like an idiot and understanding that your audience is picking up on information, I think makes a better film in the long run. When you're having to explain or feeling like you want to explain everything to me as the audience, hitting me with nothing but exposition, it gets annoying because you're like, I'm not this dumb. Okay.
Show don't tell.
Or you're not a good storyteller. Like, just tell me the story.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it.
And in a way, like, motion pictures is a visual medium. Tell us the story visually first and foremost, right? Like,
yes.
That's my little rant.
Yeah.
Totally.
It doesn't have to be bad, look bad just because it's for kids.
Exactly.
Making it for everyone makes more money.
I forgive me, Ryan, but I think an example of that is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes!
Right?
Yeah.
It is a film for children. That's its intended audience is a younger audience. But they're not dumbing it down for that intended audience, right? Like,
no.
Sony don't do that.
But people like me watch it for inspiration. Like at 40, like my hairdresser watches that movie and is inspired. Like it's across the board, all ages. I think people can tune in and dial in and tap into that.
Yes.
Which is just like, if you're going to make something, don't make it crappy just because it's for younger people. Like that is sort of the gist of this. If you make it really, really good, and if all of your parts going into it, like everyone is really honed in, then it's an evergreen product at the end of it. Like that's why at watching this later in my life, I'm like, this is a really solid movie with great commentary and comedy. And it's holds up. Thanks to the fact that everyone cared about it while making it.
And it goes to show you there's probably a reason why Sesame Street has been on television for 50 plus years. In some iteration. It has struggled a little bit in the past few years, but people like HBO and now Netflix, they are trying to keep it alive. But there's Sesame Street struggle is a political choice. The defunding of the public broadcasting channel is really what makes Sesame Street on television struggle, which is why they have to turn to Warner Brothers and HBO to purchase them. And then for some crazy reason, HBO is like, yeah, we're done with this. We're not renewing it. And then Netflix has to step in and take over, right? Like,
I always felt like HBO was the wrong place for that. The paywall and the original intentions for it, and then it's hidden behind a paywall. I understand it's that or it doesn't exist. I get that. Still doesn't seem
like
right.
A natural fit.
Yeah.
No, and I feel like it was wrong. I feel like it went so far as being the wrong place. And then now I feel like Netflix is a little more, even though it's still a paywall, I feel like more people have the Netflix paywall.
I was going to like,
I have access to it.
I think that too. Like, I think Netflix is if someone is going to have a streaming service, yes, there is a financial aspect to it. And yes, there is a paywall, but it feels like that is the thing that most people have is Netflix. So Sesame
It's the
Street being
closest
on
thing
Net-
to free access TV other than
exactly.
YouTube.
It's the lesser of two
Which
evils.
Sesame Street has a big. They have a big thing on that too. Like there's a
Oh,
big.
that's true. They
Sesame
do.
Street imprint
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes. That's true. It may not be the new stuff, premiering, but they're putting so much of their stuff on YouTube. And actually, I ended up watching, just through my research stuff, I ended up watching a video that was on the Sesame Street YouTube page, and in the description on the videos it says, I can't remember if it says the word safer, but it essentially means like, for a safer and better viewing for children, go to our Sesame Street website, and it takes them right to the Sesame Street website where things are categorized and easier to access.
Wow.
For people.
The Wild West of YouTube. Okay, that
exactly.
works.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
So it's being paid for, and it's in some places, but it can still be accessed for free.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Maybe I didn't realize that.
And here's another thing too, that I sent this link to Brandon. I don't know if he put it in the description or not.
It is in the description. Yes.
You can donate to Sesame Workshop as well.
Right on.
Like, so if you want to donate, and just kind of, because they still need the money in order to have that free access, and for children and education, and that's where that money goes to. So I wanted to make sure that people know that exists, and that there's a link down below as well if you want to donate.
Awesome.
To the Sesame Workshop
in the description below. Let's just hit a couple. I know, Abby, you're sort of on a bit of a time crunch. So
I got Thanksgiving tomorrow with the fam.
Thanksgiving and all.
Yeah, I'm a huge parade fan. We've already touched on the parade, so yeah, I gotta get up. I gotta see all the mishaps, all the foibles.
K-pop Demon Hunters is performing at the parade tomorrow. So
correct.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a Fortnite fan, and I just bought the Roomy skin on Fortnite with my V-Bucks, and I cannot wait to go play that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just finish this plot really quick, because we're just at the point where we're talking about the blue Big Bird.
Yeah, that's the most poignant part.
Exactly. The Sleaze brothers have tricked Big Bird into hiding in their cage, and they've painted him blue. This is the part of the movie that, Jay.
Just because you're talking about painting him, I noticed for the first time ever, after however many years of Sesame Street, that Big Bird isn't all yellow. He's got a big white swash up here. And I didn't notice it until all of the animations of the big birds.
Oh, and it's like,
yes. And then I noticed it, especially once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. And then when he was blue, it was a different shit. Well, the whole thing. Did you guys know that? Did you notice that he always had a white flop of his?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Got it.
Although,
well, I'm delighted to be at the party, even though I'm fairly late.
To be fair,
see, that looks all white to me.
That's
like
all yellow.
Yellow.
There's a little bit of white detail in there, but it's not.
And I would have said that's how he looks.
As like this one, there's a little bit more white in there, but you're right. He is
There's like a full-blown Toronto maple leaf of white on his forehead.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. Do I have any? Now that you mention it, it's not.
Yeah, you can see it there though. You can see it there with his eyes.
I think it might be a bit more prominent than he is
on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Could potentially, this is
follow that bird in his new haircut.
They built the sets. They brought the actors and the puppeteers up to Canada, so maybe they got the opportunity to build some new a new Big Bird and some new puppets.
That's what
I'm sure they did.
Right?
And I was thinking, did you do any research, Brandon, on the blue, if that was a whole new Big Bird that was constructed?
It's a whole new Big Bird. The only thing that I was able to find from behind the scenes, let's see if this will work. I'll put this in the description after the episode, but for the Carol Spinney documentary, they released on their Kickstarter, they released some behind the scenes footage. Obviously, somebody had is that, look at all the white there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'm hoping this will play. So this was somebody had a Super 8 camera on the set of Follow That Bird. And the reason I pulled this clip is because it's the only thing that I've seen of the actual blue Big Bird suit. And it's a little clip of them putting the blue suit on Carol Spinney as he's getting in the cage. So I think this might, let's see if this plays, see if you guys can see this. There's really no audio. It's just a song, so I have it muted.
Okay.
So there's
Yeah.
You can see the little bit of yellow, but that's it. That's really all the clip there is. I can go back and play it again. So this is like a 2-minute video.
Because the tail is yellow. There he is on a moving truck.
Yeah. So he's in the moving truck, but then I think they're taking it off, but you can see it's a full made blue Big Bird suit.
Yeah.
There's Carol Spinney there.
I was wondering if they used lighting.
Hey, props to Gordon for riding in the front trunk of that bug.
Yes.
While it's speeding to get the bird.
That stunt is amazing.
Yeah.
Similarly to the biplane North by Northwest, when you think about a person in that full Big Bird costume having to make that jump across 2 moving vehicles, it's
so effortless.
Amazing.
So effortless.
I don't know if it's because of the big feet or what, but he made it look easy.
But on top of that, that's such a small space he has to land.
Yeah.
In these giant feet and body thing, with another guy. Person.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah. But man,
that certainly seemed to be the real Gordon. It didn't look like a stunt player.
Yeah, I can't tell. I'd have to look at it a little bit closer.
I'm sure Big Bird was a stunt guy, but it seemed like Gordon looked like the real guy.
Yeah.
He's probably like, I'm gonna do my own stunts.
Ken Kwapis couldn't remember. Ken Kwapis couldn't remember who actually did that stunt.
Still very impressive.
I love the dialogue in that scene. I think is so funny because it's like this hilarious educational moment. Like, obviously the film needs a climax, but also we have this character that children look up to, and so they have to I wrote it down. Gordon, I'm not supposed to do this. I shouldn't even be standing up. and then Gordon clarifying, you have my permission just this once. It's like, one time you're allowed to jump from a moving vehicle, Big Bird. One time.
Yeah.
You can swear this one time.
Exactly. The energy that it feels like.
Yeah, it's like we have to kind of explain that so kids aren't like, oh, I'm going to do that. And it also trains safety and consent and, all that helps.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and it's that patience of the impatience of the parents that are trying to be like, it's okay, just jump. And there's just jump.
Yeah.
You guys are right. And back to what you were saying earlier about Big Bird is sort of like the kid's perspective throughout all of this, like every kid's perspective. And so they're doing it through him. They're teaching us through him. So it's just another example of that. That's so true.
If you're watching Big Bird as a kid and you just see him leap without even thinking it through, then that's not a great example. But the fact that he stops, listens, and is like, okay, safe for me. This guy's telling me it's safe. I know him. So
I trust him.
It's a lesson.
And there is something interesting. The movie, not like the TV show. The TV show is teaching us alphabet, numbers primarily. The movie isn't stopping to teach us letters and numbers, but it is teaching us things subconsciously like patience and checking in, making sure things are okay, asking permission. All of these different. It's teaching kids in a completely different way through a movie, which is nothing that they had done before. 1969 to 1985, Sesame Street had been on for 16 years before they decided to make a movie. And there's just something about
well, it's still educational, which is great. And again, they're not force feeding you either. Like we were talking about winking at the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like everything is played, like I said, everything is played straight the gags, everything is played straight, and everything feels like it's so on purpose.
Yeah.
And meant to be.
Yes, very intentional.
Very intentional. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. And it's just like, I think that's part of the beauty of this film.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a habit of doing that.
It's great.
It's good.
We jumped ahead a little bit. We didn't really talk about the "I'm So Blue" song. Does anybody have any strong
it's sad?
about? Yeah,
awful.
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean,
yeah,
it broke me, but it's also like a stunning image. Obviously, blue, having a blue period. It's a color that's reflective of sadness throughout art and literature. And to see what is traditionally a bright yellow, fun-loving bird behind bars and dressed up, forced to perform for an audience that is saddened by the performance, and it is on so many levels, like the Why the Cage Bird Sings, like that story being told of like, oh, maybe, there's some stuff to learn about show business, there's some stuff to learn about exploitation and like your autonomy in a situation. It's actually hard to watch. Like it gets me kind of like emotional, choked up.
Well, because even the kids in the audience see it. Right, that's the whole thing. Is like,
nobody is enjoying it.
Good. Comment, they're like, he's sad.
Every kid and every patron in that audience is really like uncomfortable with how sad this performer is, and how obvious that this performer does not want to be here. I mean, it's not the blue bird of happiness that they were promised that
That's
they were going to see.
Yeah.
Right? But it's fun. It's crazy how they even pan from that. They pan to the bird audience, and then it goes to Dave Thomas counting money.
Yes.
Yep.
Right?
And he's got a blue feather in his hat, like he's got a little piece of Big Bird that he owns. Yeah.
Yep. It's so just like
profiting off of other people's creativity without paying them,
it's
kind of a thing, Walt Disney style.
If it wasn't clear what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Now we're all on the same page.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Did anybody else clock that there are a bunch of sets of twins?
Yeah, I did. I was like, why are these all twins out here? Like, I don't know.
I didn't.
Couldn't explain why.
There's the camera pans, and there's like some of the kids. It's 3 sets of twins, all dressed the same, sitting next to each other, sadly watching Big Bird. It's like David Lynch shit, man. It's like
yes,
it is.
And again, treating us with respect. They didn't beat us over the head with it, and I missed it completely.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, again, Ken Kwapis could not remember why that decision was made. He had no context for it. But once you know it, look for it next time, because it is weird. It's like it's a shot that like pans across these 3 sets of twins, all dressed the same. It's strange.
The kids of Toadstool, man. They're all twins.
Yeah. They're all on mushrooms, man.
Going on, yeah.
I was taken with the fact that the song sounded like what did we say before, the Rainbow Connection, but had the feeling of it's not easy being green.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy being blue either.
Kind of, but that's what I mean. Tonally, it was this is not good. And when you say it broke you, Abby, I agree. It was. While I didn't necessarily love it musically, tonally, watching Big Bird sad. Oh my God. And then the tear at the end. Are you kidding me? Watching the tear go down the felt of his face. Yeah.
Which is a fully practical effect. And it is not to ruin the magic, but it is a hard plastic tear on a track.
Really?
If you look really closely, you can see there's a track down Big Bird's beak that the tear is meant to follow, and they're pulling it somehow. I don't know if it's a micro, line or some sort, but they're pulling this practical tear across.
Did you see a micro line?
Yeah. What would it be called?
No, I know what you're going for. Monofilament. But I knew exactly what you meant.
Fish
line. I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that it was practical, that it wasn't liquid. Yeah. It's incredible.
I thought they just like Scotch Brighted the felt, and then like it was just a dropper of water. I really thought. I really didn't realize it was as technical as you're talking about.
Dazzling in 3D almost. Yeah. I see.
Yeah. And again, I didn't question it. Question it.
It's just magic.
Because puppets can cry, because the Muppets are real, guys.
I've watched Kermit the Frog drink Okay, so
That's true, and ride a bike for that matter.
and ride a bike.
Just out of curiosity, what would you say your favorite Muppet movie song is from any of the Muppet movies? Just so we have a little context here, so I can see what we're dealing with.
I like Moving Right Along. The song that
Excellent.
Gonzo sings in the Muppet movie By the Fire, that's a song that always makes me cry. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Is that the one where I'm from up there or whatever?
Yeah,
where he's not from here. That's awful sad. Yeah, awful sad.
That's a.
I am such a huge fan of Muppet Christmas Carol. So those songs I think are just my favorite because I just love that film so much.
Same.
But Moving Right Along is a great song.
Okay, so Moving Right Along.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, Moving Right Along. That's probably my favorite song. But there's two from the new ones that I really, really like.
Yeah, I love the new songs.
One of them is It's a Sequel.
Yeah, we're doing a sequel. We're back by popular demand.
Yeah. So I like that one. And then there's in Muppets Most Wanted, there's the intervention song.
Yes.
And where they go back and forth, and it's just like, and they keep making all these like bacon and pork chop jokes when interviewing Miss Piggy, and it's just like
Ty Burrell.
It's so well done with the accent that he's doing, and he's just like, it's so good. Far out, man. You're right. It's so good.
I mean, Man or a Muppet is an Academy Award-winning song. So
yes, that's true.
And it's
agree. The Amy Adams song, the Me Party from that movie, is also incredible.
Oh, Party of One.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah.
Disco beat.
I mean, those
so good.
I am such a huge fan of the modern Muppet movies, even the Muppets TV show, like the mockumentary show. Incredible. Muppets Mayhem.
Was that the one that was like The Office? It was like shot like The Office. Yeah.
Muppets Mayhem. I liked half of it. Everything with the Muppets, I loved. It's just the human characters I did not like in Muppets Mayhem.
It should have been about them.
Disjointed.
Yeah. Well, first off, it was just about them. I think that was the first. Like, they shouldn't be the main.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, I agree.
Right, and then I think my other issue with Muppet Mayhem, I brought this up with Brandon before.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot at length.
We talk about it a lot. Yeah, and I feel like there's not.
Is that show done?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it is okay because we know that we know the.
Yes, we know Adam F. Goldberg. Yeah.
But I was hoping there would be more background Muppets, like more extras that were just Muppets in the background, like just monsters, rats, pigs, whatever. And there just wasn't any of that. Everything was like just mayhem and humans.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like something's missing.
Do you know when I asked Adam something about it? He goes, "You know why Kermit the Frog?" Or he said we didn't have the other Muppets in it. He goes, "You know why?" And he goes, "Because Kermit the Frog sucks now."
Yeah, there's a big discourse with Steve Whitmire
about the voice actor.
Yeah,
the voice,
and just the acting, and just the acting of Kermit in general just feels.
It's just people say it's not as good.
Well, it's just you go ahead. Different. You say your. If you say your piece about it, I'll say mine.
There is the argument that obviously it's not as powerful, but I think the problem that people actually have is that because he played Kermit for so long, he started to think of himself as a Jim Henson and started butting heads with creative people making these projects because he was playing Kermit the Frog. And I think that has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah.
Here's
it's not easy being green, but you can't let it go to your head.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
But my big issue with the new Kermit is that he's too soft in personalities. Here, it's me, Kermit the Frog. He doesn't have the would you get out of here? He doesn't have that that spontaneity of where Kermit doesn't get angry anymore or
he used to exactly. He used
to get
flustered all the time.
Yeah. And that was part of Fluffy, will you get out of here? I'm trying to right. There's that. There's always even though he's there's chaos going around him, Kermit still can lose his cool. He's not always he is a very strong leader, But he's a strong leader because he's not afraid to show his emotions. He's not a strong leader because he's calm all the time.
He's vulnerable.
He's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Everyone's filling in the words I'm trying to find.
He's imperfect, right?
Yeah.
He's not
the
be all and end all. He's
just Mr. Rogers.
Exactly. He's just a simple frog trying to do the best and support his friends and put on a good
I think almost every
show.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well said. Yes. Completely agree. Yeah. I think that spirit
almost
of
every
chaos and
Muppet movie has some point where they're like they're counting on him too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I feel like that the Office show was like that too, where he just a little more like that.
And he flips out.
Yeah, he flips out. We need some of that. That's it.
I think that ingredient of like not knowing what's going to happen and the show is always about to fall apart makes it real.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay Ryan. Sounds like you're about to.
That's, I think, what the Muppet Show was my draw when I was a kid. These would help. It's because I'm in Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
I always loved that it was always going to fall apart any second, and we were doing a live show, and the show had to go on. And even if Kermit was flustered, he had to go out there in front of the curtain.
Yeah,
I liked that.
Yep.
That's
Find
why
last
I
minute
like
act.
doing these shows live, Brandon. I like the win. Yeah, that's right. How many times did they not have somebody? Oh, so and so won't go on, and they have to go find somebody else or whatever.
Yeah, the last minuteness of it. Yeah.
I would probably have to say, by the way, for favorite song, "Saying Goodbye" from Muppets Take Manhattan.
Take Manhattan. God, we're all picking sad songs.
Sad-ass song, but I feel like has a lot of cool lessons in it.
I love sad songs.
It's definitely about letting go and being able to come back.
To remember. All right, Together Again. I guess again.
Right, here again. Yeah, it's a good one too. But man, yeah, you're right. That song from Muppets Take Manhattan. Oh, and the Muppet Baby song, also amazing.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But man, the one of them saying goodbye with them like leaving the lockers, and you see Gonzo in the car and Ralph doing it like another job. Man, I remember I watched that as like a toddler, and that one still stuck with me because it was just so. Whew. But again, that's what Muppets do, right? They don't pull punches. They don't care how old you are. They're gonna let you know, like, hey, you're gonna have feelings. We're here we're gonna walk you through them.
It's important, not to dumb it down, but to talk about it for sure.
Absolutely.
But the idea that they went to New York. They go to New York, they're going to follow their dreams, and then it doesn't work out, so they have to leave.
Yeah, right? That's a real thing, too.
This is going to be relatable,
yeah. Dream crush, not making it.
Yeah,
that's Hollywood, baby.
You're cutting out a little bit, Jay, just so you know.
But we're getting you. We're getting
we're getting you, but a second or so after. Actually, I think you might be frozen right now. This is all great. We have just a little bit of plot left, and then we can finish up. So after the Big Bird stunt, John Candy, we sort of talked about him. He comes in with the kid. Such a great bit. The fact that the reason that the Sleaze brothers get pulled over is because the kid's in the sidecar with Officer John Candy. And then he holds him up to the window, and the kid points him out and then drops him back down.
Yep.
So good.
Justice is served.
So good.
Yeah. Don't cry. Be a man.
I love that whole thing.
Their back and forth makes them so comedic. I love it. They can't really do anything. Neither of them are original.
It's just SCTV in a Sesame Street movie. It's
that's
brilliant.
All that was. Yeah. It's so good.
Big Bird gets back home. He's yellow again. Glad to see Big Bird yellow. A big yellow bird of happiness. Miss Finch still wants to put him in with another bird family. And
she's like a bloodhound, that lady.
Yeah.
It's Maria.
And then, Maria goes, hey,
she's unhappy. She just focuses on her own life.
Yeah. I love how Maria just looks at her and goes, fuck off.
Yeah.
I think that's how the movie ends, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite line of dialogue when Maria says "fuck off" to Miss Finch. Yeah. And then flips her the double birds.
Yeah.
The double big birds.
Yeah. Then you see Ernie beside her.
Yeah. But
it's great.
But it essentially is. Maria has a very nice moment where she's like, no, he doesn't need to go anywhere. We're his family. And we have people here and monsters here, and we have cows here. We have all different types here.
She points out, she singles out Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Which I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yes. There it is.
It's canon. It's canon.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bert and Ernie are more than just roommates.
I think my favorite Bert and Ernie bit was after they did lose Big Bird and Ernie's telling the story.
Yeah.
He's like, and that's when Bert lost Big Bird. He's like, why you? Because he changed seats with him for no reason whatsoever.
I know.
That's what happened, Bert.
They are the best. They're so. I mean, Frank Oz and
it's Jim and Frank. Yeah. Oh,
they are so funny. There is a Bert and Ernie blooper where who is
me
it?
too, Bert.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I was trying to remember because Frank Oz
He goes,
blows
oh,
a
that's
line.
Funny. Oh, that's funny.
And then Jim Henson just throws it right back in his face. Oh yeah, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
What does he say? He's like 17 seconds, we won't get back again.
And they're still in character.
That's
it. That's what I meant earlier.
Yeah. It's such a great clip.
Have you guys ever seen the bloopers of like Fozzie with the cow in the background from a Muppet movie?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'm gonna.
Oh my god. I'm not even gonna spoil it. Everyone look it up.
Yeah,
Everyone
Fozzie now. Okay. And then we have this really nice 360 shot showing everybody in Sesame Street, and in a way, like that's why you build both sides of the street for the set, because you get to do cool stuff like that. They can't do that on the TV show.
Made it special.
They didn't have enough people to fill out the street though, so all of those humans that you see,
they were crew members. You could tell
those are crew members.
Yeah, that was union crew members. You could tell.
Yeah. You can just tell the way they're standing and the way they're dressed. Yeah.
You know what? They deserve some spotlight for that.
Yeah, I bet they were happy.
So.
And then Big Bird has this nice moment with Snuffleupagus. You know, all his stuff has been saved. One of the interesting things that happened is in between this movie being shot in 1984 and then coming out in 1985, that was right when Snuffleupagus became real. He was no longer an imaginary friend. Everybody saw him. So it is a sort of an interesting thing that if you were watching Sesame Street, by the time the movie came out, Snuffleupagus was able to be seen by the adults.
Everybody
on Sesame Street. Cool. But in the movie, he still is imaginary.
But
he sent a postcard that the Dodos could see.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right. Like, it's always been on the line.
We're flirting with the line. Yeah.
Yeah, and they played it off in such a good way that if they didn't reveal it yet, that he still came in and he just slept through his return.
It was ambiguous. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So they did it really well. So you know what? This movie gets 10 out of 10.
Yep. Are we doing ratings now?
Yeah, we're rating movies now.
Bruno we already talked about Bruno the Trash Man, but I just wanted to talk about that puppet is so cool because that's Carol Spinney inside the Bruno, and the Bruno has two fake arms that are set to hold the trash can. So now Carol is walking in the costume. He's got one arm in Oscar and one arm doing Bruno's mouth, and he gets to like have his own little scene, and it's just such a cool puppet because it's like we've only seen Oscar in his trash can placed on things, and your mind is like, obviously, you know, the puppeteer's underneath the boxes or the pile of trash or whatever, but there's something so cool about seeing Oscar come out of this garbage can while being walked by Bruno. It's simple, but it deserves to be noted.
It's simple, but it's also hilarious too. Like, because Oscar's like, "Whoa, once more around the block, Bruno. I gotta walk off this healthy stuff," which I think is hilarious. And he kind of like
Bruno's eye got caught by something. What was it? Was it they were passing people, and then he's like, over here, buddy.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was like a mishap. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, have.
One of the things that I learned is there is a differentiation between garbage and trash. Oscar the Grouch does not like garbage. He's not into coffee grounds, cigarette butts. He likes trash. He likes toasters and broken yo-yos, things like that. I've just never I've never really thought about that, but again, through my research, that point was brought up and I was like, oh yeah, there is a difference between garbage and trash in terms of what Oscar likes.
Yeah.
I also like trash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I also
Very nice collection of trash.
Thank you. It's well curated.
Very well.
And then finally, we just have the Count counting the credits. There's a lovely bit where Joan Gans Cooney name comes up as the executive producer. Yeah. She is the main reason Sesame Street exists. She was the one who spearheaded the creating the children's television workshop to bring education to the kids through Sesame Street. Yep. So the fact that the Count says "Hi, Mom," under her name,
her nickname too.
Yeah, really? I hadn't heard that.
She was Mom. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Really she kept that thing going for a long time.
Yeah. And then at the very, very end of the credits, if you made it to the end, the Count comes up again and he says 278 credits. I love motion pictures. It's
because there's so many counts. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so that's so good. Also, the one Count moment that I love, I have to shout it out, is when they're trying to release Big Bird and the Count cannot help.
Oh yes.
Yeah. He really can't help. He's like,
four keys left.
Yes. He can't, and he's trying to keep fighting. He can't help it.
It's so funny.
He's like holding on to Telly's head. He's like, cookies.
I love that.
I want to give a shout out to Grover as well.
Yeah, super. Grover,
there was a lot of Grover in this.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw more of Count's personality in this movie than the entirety of Sesame Street.
Oh,
like his true personality.
Yeah.
He's great.
I like him. I'm into him.
Jerry Nelson. He's also the puppeteer for Emmett Otter. I actually never made that. I never made that connection, but he is Emmett Otter. Shout out to Catherine Mullen, another puppeteer, just involved in the characters there. But she's the puppeteer of Kira from Dark Crystal.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Noel McNeil, I believe, was the back half of Snuffleupagus plus other characters. He would go on to portray Bear in the Big Blue House, which was like a very important show to my sister. I watched a lot of Bear in the Big Blue House because my sister liked it. But I was like, I know that, but I'm gonna say these puppets are great. This show is great. But it was like I was just a little bit too old for it to be watching it on my own. But I watched it over my sister's shoulder a lot because great show.
I would watch it knowing I was too old, but still loving those purple otters in the house so much.
My God.
Yeah.
Bear was such a great character.
Yeah.
Gotta watch some Bear in the Big Blue House. Make myself happy.
Yeah.
It's not Blue's Clues, right? That's different than Blue's Clues.
That too.
Oh, yeah, different than Blue's Clues. Bear in the Big Blue House is like a Jim Henson show, like mid 2000s, and it's literally
he died in 1990.
But Henson Company.
Henson Company.
Oh, yeah. See, us old guys, we really mean the man.
Yeah.
It's
well,
true.
this show is very special. It's a very good show. Full bear puppet costume, much like Big Bird. These the otters, little mice, the moon. Great characters on it.
I'll check it out. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And so that is the plot of. Oh, here's one thing I learned when I was reading the screenplay. There was a bit that was eliminated from however many drafts of the script there was. There's one scene in the movie where they go to the gas station, right? It's kind of where we see how the state that the VW is in. Gordon's filling it up with gas, pans across. Bert and Ernie are now in the sloppy jalopy. In the version that I read, there was this really great scene with a gas station attendant. And it was essentially the Count comes in and he counts the gallons as as it's being pumped, and then asks the station, "Have you seen a big yellow bird?" And he's like, "No, I haven't." He's like, count takes off. Sloppy Jalopy and Oscar comes in, and the gas attendant puts it in, starts filling it, and it fills up right away. You find out that the Sloppy Jalopy only has a 1 gallon gas tank, so that Oscar can run out of gas all the time because he likes running out of gas.
Like being grouchy, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asks the attendant if he's seen an 8 foot tall yellow bird. He says no.
That's so funny.
What is it here?
That is hilarious. He'd rather be inconvenienced than grouchy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's his choice. He enjoys being angry. It's his power.
We know toy tubers like that.
Oscar comes in, and then the final one is Bert and Ernie on the biplane drive into the gas station and ask him to fill it up. And then
that's
ask
funny.
if he's seen an 8 foot bird, and the attendant just like falls over, passes out after being asked
too much.
But the build of every character having like a bit at the gas station is like, oh, that's really funny. And the visual of the biplane coming in would have been really funny. There was also supposed to be many more scenes of Kermit in this movie as the correspondent in different locations. He was supposed to be looking for Big Bird. He was like in the jungle. He was going to be in Alaska, and then the final one was he was going to be on a NASA spaceship on the way to like the moon, and then they find Big Bird, and he's like, "Oh, they found him. Okay, so I can get off." Oh, and then the countdown starts, and then he blasts off and has to go to the moon anyway.
That is like one of my favorite gags in the movie. That's
hilarious.
That last one.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I learned through the Big Bird, the Carol Spinney documentary, NASA contacted Carol Spinney and asked him if they could have Big Bird on a space flight, a shuttle. They wanted to actually put Big Bird because it was going to be televised. They thought it would be great to see Big Bird going to space. And Carol Spinney and his wife, they sort of thought about it. Okay, it is a very cool opportunity. There is some risk involved. And he said, yes, eventually, let's do it. That will be really cool to take Big Bird up into space. About a month later, NASA contacted him again and said, unfortunately, it's not going to work. We don't have enough room to get the Big Bird costume inside. I'm sorry, we can't take you up to space.
Like we can't do to the ship what we did to Waylon Jennings' car. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. They can't make the windshield bigger.
What about Oscar? Maybe Oscar would have worked.
Maybe. They ended up choosing a school teacher instead.
Oh, no.
This was the Challenger space flight. So
the moment you said teacher, I was like,
yes.
Chrissy McAuliffe.
Wow. I had no idea that Carol Spinney as Big Bird was supposed to be on the Challenger space flight.
Me neither. That's insane.
Which would have been, it's already a tragedy, but could you imagine if kids saw Big Bird going on to the...
that would have been it. That would have been it.
Because we all watched it at school. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. We did it in Canada too. We watched it.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's an intense caveat right there. I did not know that. Wow.
So how are you doing for time, Abby?
I think I'll probably need to wrap up in the next 10 or 15.
I think we're pretty close. We're just going to sort of talk about the release, do our ratings, and then I'm going to read some review, like just finishing up the show. So if you have to leave at any time, just let us know. But before you do, if you do leave, I do want your star rating. But you just let us know whenever you got to go. So
cool.
Follow That Bird is released August 2nd, 1985. It opened number 8 at the box office. Was in 1,000 theaters. I could not find any official number for the budget of this film. Ken Kwapis talked about it being a shoestring budget. He also said that
didn't look like it.
Well, you're right. It doesn't. He did say that their budget was so small that Warner Brothers completely left them alone, left them to their devices up in Canada. No interference from Warner Brothers whatsoever, because they had other films that year that they were worried about. Color Purple is Warner Brothers, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Also Warner.
Gooners.
Gooners.
Gooners. You know that? The Gooners.
Dude.
Goonies. That's
Gooners never die.
The Gooners never die. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Wow.
But this is just speculative, but it $8 to $10 million the budget for Follow That Bird. So
wow, I would have thought more.
I know it's incredible, but that's the only information that I could find. Don't know if it's actually true or not, but around 8 to 10 million. And who knows, there might be more added on for marketing. That might be just the initial budget of making the film. So it opens up number 8. It only makes 13.9 million, which they consider it a flop, which makes me think like maybe they did spend more on it. And this 8 to 10 million is an incorrect number. But
it
also
it could have been projected as well, right? So
yes.
If the studio projects that it's going to be like, oh, this is going to make us 30 million.
Yeah.
And it only makes 15, they will consider that a flop.
Internally.
Oh yeah, big time.
So here are the films that opened up the same week, or were playing the same week as Follow That Bird. Number 1 is Back to the Future. It came out July 3rd. So it's been in theaters for a month.
Was that good?
2,
anybody see that one?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's another Wendy film,
it's pretty
isn't it?
good.
It's in my queue.
Pretty good.
It's in my queue.
I stayed at the hotel from Back to the Future 2 in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago.
The Plaza.
Yes.
Yeah. It is still there. It's still the same.
It was also in Casino, quite a bit in Casino too.
Mm-hmm. Another great movie.
So yeah, Back to the Future number 1. Number 2, National Lampoon's European Vacation. Number 3, new this week, Fright Night. Number 4, also new this week, Weird Science. Number 5, Black Cauldron. Number 6, Cocoon. Number 7, Silverado. Number 8, Follow That Bird. Number 9, Mad Max, Beyond Thunderdome. And number 10, Rambo, First Blood, Part 2.
Holy moly.
That's a lot to go up against.
We're lucky to get
really
a movie to come out.
Blockbuster year.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Back to the Future dominated once it came out at in the summer. It just stayed at number 1. Follow That Bird only was in theaters for 8 weeks. They played it a year later on HBO. I found this cool little HBO channel guide that has the HBO Family Showcase. So essentially a year later, it premiered on HBO, August 3rd, 1986, and then subsequently played a few other times. But I just like
look at that picture of Grover.
I know, I like this little graphic.
I love
Ernie Grover, Kermit, and Big Bird. What more do you need?
I got Grover just kind of sitting there like, are you taking a photo of me?
I wanted to bring this up because we had at the beginning of the show, we had sort of talked about Elmo making an appearance in this movie. And when it comes to Sesame Street,
good job, buddy.
Our big characters, popularity wise, are Big Bird and Elmo. Elmo was on the show in the early 80s, but did not become a featured character until after 1985. That's when he sort of blew up. So there's Elmo in the window. This is the end of the film when Big Bird is returned back to Sesame Street. Everybody's celebrating. The interesting thing is...
Hey, go back to that.
Yeah, of course.
1 second. I just want to give a shout out to Prairie Dawn and Roosevelt back there.
Yeah, there they are. Yes.
They're there behind in the fire escape window.
In the fire escape side.
So
I thought that was Roosevelt.
Just want to give a shout out to those two characters because Roosevelt's like a very classic, like we're talking like beginning of Sesame Street character. Yeah, go ahead.
When the other guy, Matt, what was his name? Matt Fox, Matt Stone, Matt somebody.
Oh, yes, the original Gordon. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, when he was on, isn't what Roosevelt was his character?
It's his character, and then essentially, it was deemed too black, and they pulled it which essentially is why he left the show, because he felt that he was representing his culture, and it kind of rubbed him the wrong way, and that's why Gordon was replaced with another actor.
Good eye on catching that back there. That is,
and that's probably supposed to be a deep cut Easter egg for the hardcore fans, because I didn't even clock it. I was too distracted looking at Elmo in this shot, going, "Hey, Elmo's in this movie."
Yeah,
same here.
But the interesting thing,
Harry Dawn was a big staple in the 80s. But yes, sorry, I keep interrupting. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. So Elmo technically appears in this movie. So in 2009, when the 25th anniversary deluxe edition of the DVD comes out,
they put him on the fucking.
They put Elmo on the cover. They put Elmo on the back of the DVD. To sell this thing, because Super Grover, Oscar, Count, Cookie Monster, Big Bird, obviously they're all there, but I could not believe that Elmo makes an appearance on this cover for the 2 seconds of screen time. He shows up in the movie.
Yeah,
corporations, man.
I don't think I do any box art that doesn't have Bert and Ernie in the biplane somehow, just flying around in the background.
Right?
I feel like you have to include all of that.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie not being included, I think that's a little dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did them dirty.
The original poster, the biplane's on there. Obviously, the VHS release was that poster.
Okay.
The original DVD release was that poster. It's just this 2009 DVD that I have.
The Elmo edition.
As the
Tickle Me Elmo.
Limited Elmo.
Right. Is that the Tickle Me edition?
Clearly, like the effects of his popularity, or
yes. Well, I mean, and speaking of, there's only 2 Sesame Street movies. Follow That Bird, and then what is it? Elmo and Grouchland.
Elmo and Grouchland,
right? That's the only other theatrically released Sesame Street movie is an Elmo movie.
Because that one's way past our time, and I only knew about it because I was like, for some reason in my head, I thought there was also I thought it was a straight up Oscar movie that came out like in the 2000s. Yeah. So when I Googled it, and I was like, oh, it's Elmo, which makes way more sense. It's Elmo and Grouchland. He's at his peak at that point. But I think it's time we get a Cookie Monster movie. I think we're ready.
Yeah. I'd watch that. Yeah.
They should do Counts Ferratu. They should just do one of the counts as well.
They probably have done that on the TV show. They
probably have.
They do those parodies all the time.
Yeah.
Now, normally I like to bring up a Siskel and Ebert review, but Siskel and Ebert did not review Follow That Bird.
Wow.
But, I couldn't find a lot of reviews from that time. So the only one that I had is from.
It doesn't sound like many people saw it.
No, I don't.
$12 million bucks.
I mean, and it was all families and children, right? Like, I don't think people were really reviewing this movie. Plus, any of the reviews I read, I'm like, it's a kid's, like, get off your high horse. Come on, it's better.
Yeah, I maintain they were used to Sesame Street being free every day too. So to go pay $5 for a ticket is a different experience.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Although the home video sales did really well, because now you could take it home and watch it over and over.
But then you own
it.
Yeah, then your kid can watch it over and over again, right?
So the only sort of review I pulled is just from the Wikipedia page. It's from the Orlando Sentinel. It says, a flip and funny road picture for children that doesn't let its kind heart get in the way of its often biting wit, which I think is a
that's fair.
Good way to represent the movie.
Yeah, except the movie's a little sadder in tone than that makes it sound. It sounds like it's going to be a good adventure buddy road pick, and that's the first Muppet movie. That's not this one.
The trailer makes it look like that too. I noticed that you posted that, Brandon, on your social media. I was like, oh, this is making it seem like a super fun wild romp, like zany car action.
When we were all surprised at how dark it was.
Well, yeah, I had never ever made the correlation of it kind of being similar to like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right? Like just this like road movie where he meets all these characters along the way. It wasn't until this viewing that I was like, oh yeah, 2 Warner Brothers movies in the same year that are kind of the same type of road movie. One's just really for kids. The other one is like kind of, you could argue, is for kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And Big Bird didn't know they were making a movie about his life.
Yeah, that's true. So one of the things I like to do around here, you guys, Abby and Ryan, you guys know about Letterboxd, the app, right? I believe, yeah. So I love Letterboxd. Oh yeah, I think I follow you, Abby. I love Letterboxd. I love ranking my movies. But the other thing that I love is I love people's reviews on Letterboxd. So every time we do a movie, I like to go through the reviews and I like to pull some of the ones that I think are funny. So
did you have Jacob read some sad comments when he did his? You're gonna have to.
No, I didn't even think about stealing your guys' stuff.
Yeah.
Next time Jacob's on the show, I'll ask him for some sad comments for the movie. But here are some Letterboxd reviews for Follow That Bird. Spencer says, I'd watch the news a lot more if the anchors were Chevy Chase and Kermit the Frog. 3 stars.
True.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Same
Here.
Every day.
Scotty says, Tom and Steve McQuarrie were ripping off Ken Quapis, the goat, with that red biplane sequence, which is a reference to
North by Northwest.
No, to the new
Mission Impossible
movie.
Hilarious.
I haven't seen that cover before, but clearly.
That's so good.
Yeah. The end
That's
of
funny.
this movie is a giant biplane chase. It's incredible. Check it out.
It's funny.
Dwayne says, all I learned from this movie is that everyone outside of Sesame Street is a stupid jerk, with the exception of 2 kids and Waylon Jennings. 4 stars.
I agree with them.
Yeah.
2 very self-sufficient kids who run their own farm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. We never see their parents.
That was the last question I wrote. I was like, where the fuck are these kids' parents?
I didn't even
How can they
think
afford
about
this
that.
freak show?
They're very autonomous, and that is a theme in the movie. So we have to say, good,
The parents
Well, they did show up on-
Yeah.
They did show up on Twins Day, so maybe there was a coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one here, Micah says, it has an Alfred Hitchcock reference. Big Bird on roller skates. Big Bird jumping from a moving truck onto a moving car. And Jim Henson and Frank Oz as Ernie and Bert actually performing a song upside down in a plane. That's cinema, baby. Heart.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it is. I think this is a movie that is made way better than it should be. I think it's great. I think it's fun. It is a little bit sad, but I'm just so impressed by it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
I like the big world feel of seeing like Sesame Street in a big world feel. And it's
We got
always
off the
great.
block.
We got off the block. It's always great seeing characters like the Count, who is like such a weird character to even kind of begin with.
Yeah.
But to see him out in the real world and interacting and driving in like actual streets with people and nobody blinks.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. I think that's also part of that charm of the Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a movie that like breaks whatever the limitations were of having like a TV set and makes what's like a wild imaginative world like seem very tactile and like very real. And I think that's awesome. As a kid, I imagine that would have been really fun to be like, oh wow, this is real Sesame Street. They're out there moving around. Like we see the feet, we see everything happening. As an adult watching it, I'm taken aback with how beautiful the movie is. I watched it twice on tape in my room, which is nice. I love watching movies on that format. But then I watched it on YouTube actually before this episode, like on my big screen, and that was a really fantastic viewing. I was like, I am catching so many things that I haven't seen, and I was able to appreciate the cinematography, acting, writing, costume, and it's really interesting that the budget was so low from what you're saying, because the quality and the craftsmanship that went into it, you can really feel, and it feels like a high budget movie.
I totally agree. I feel like they buried those numbers or something, Brandon, because they didn't want us to know.
It could be totally wrong. That was only the only information I could find, so it could be totally wrong.
Oh, I just think that the people worked really hard for sure, like no matter what on it.
One of the people that I forgot to mention, and I wrote this woman's name down because I think it's so funny. You talk about, the production and how great everything looks. The art director of this film is a woman named Carol Spire. She is David Cronenberg's art director and production designer. So the film that she makes after Follow That Bird is Cronenberg's remake of The Fly with Goldblum and why am I blanking on her?
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis.
Yeah.
But then she goes on to make all of David Cronenberg's movies after. So she's worked on Dead Ringers, Naked Lunch. So I just thought it was so funny. Just because they were up in Canada, up in the Toronto area, that their production designer just happened to be the woman who does all of David Cronenberg's movies. So in the middle of her filmography of all like the most fucked up weird shit, she goes from Videodrome and Scanners to Big Bird and Sesame Street to then right after The Fly. Just wanted to shout out Carol.
I'm right. What was her last name?
Carol Spire. Spier.
I want to do a deep dive on that. Her. That's awesome.
Yeah, art director and production designer for David Cronenberg. All right. Should we get to some star ratings?
Sure.
So yeah, just out of 5 stars, half stars are welcome.
Use the letterbox format.
Yeah, letterbox format. Would you like to go first, Abby?
Sure. Now, when I was writing this, I like to put my own spin on things. So instead of stars, I gave this 5 out of 5 tossed salads.
Ooh.
And I know that's a high ranking. Yeah. I know I'm saying it's a perfect film by saying that, but I don't want to take back even a half a star. Because watching this movie as an adult and knowing the history behind it and that it was made for kids and that it was packaged in such an expert way and that it has real messaging that kids need to hear. I think that the soundtrack, the acting, the writing, the set deck, everything that is in this movie bumps it up to 5 stars for me. Because I rank stuff on if it personally affects me and if a movie moves me emotionally and if I can relate to the characters. And this is a movie that I pick out when I'm feeling lonely or out of place. And it makes me feel understood. And that is a beautiful thing, I think, for a movie that was made in 1985 with a bunch of puppets, that it can still make me feel comforted. And that's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jeez, awesome. I can't follow that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ryan, what is your star rating? No. I can go next. I feel very similarly to you, Abby. A film rating to me is kind of maybe it's not like an emotional thing. It's just like how sort of like even like the filmmaking affects me, and I was just so impressed with how good this movie was for just like Ken Kwapis, being a young guy up in Canada, making this movie on what he says is a shoestring budget. I laughed out loud multiple times, which in reality, when I'm watching things by myself, I'm acknowledging things that are funny. But when something makes me laugh out loud by myself,
bless you.
That's something else. Like something really funny is happening.
If you're audibly,
if I'm audibly laughing by myself, I don't know. I was just like, I have not seen this movie for many, many years. When I'm craving Jim Henson Muppets puppet performances, I don't go to Sesame Street. I'm gonna go to a Muppet movie. I'm gonna go to the Muppet TV show. I gotta see Kermit. I gotta see Fozzie. I gotta see Bobo the Bear. I gotta see Rizzo and Pepe the Prawn. Right? Those are my favorite Muppets. So
I have to go Bobo. Okay, I love it.
So coming back to Follow That Bird, I was really taken with the movie, and I really enjoyed it. So it is a solid 4 stars and a heart from me. I had a wonderful time watching this movie.
Oh yeah.
Jay or Ryan? Jay or Ryan? Does either of you feel compelled to go next?
You delegate. You're the boss.
Okay, Jay, let's hear yours. Ryan can take us home.
I have a hard time disagreeing with anything that you and Abby said. This was my first time seeing it. I'm probably old. I'm a little past their target audience. But I love, the characters. I love the show. I definitely was a kid when this came out. So I guess when it comes down to the rating, and I enjoyed the experience. It was a fun watch. I broke my own rule. I bought it on iTunes for $9.99 because that's how much it costs. I usually wait for the bargain bin and buy things at $4.99, but this one I figured, Jim Henson. The rating system is difficult for me because, I have a hard time choosing whether I think Muppet Movie or Muppets Take Manhattan is my favorite of the Muppet movies. They're both just ties for me. I think they're both so sweet and such beautiful, good stories. And just like Abby was saying, told by the right people for the right reasons. Very inspirational. But I feel like when I force myself to think about that, if I were to rate Muppets Take Manhattan, I would give that 4 stars, and I would probably give the original one 5 stars. And then that makes me look back to Follow That Bird. Sorry for this being such a long explanation. I can't get there yet with this one. So I'm gonna say 3 stars, but I don't feel that that's a fair 3 stars. That's a very. I'm going down the middle with this because I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's definitely not my favorite Muppet movie, and probably won't become that. But I definitely want to explore it again. I'm definitely going to watch it again. I definitely want to maybe even watch it a couple more times. Maybe those songs will get under my skin like some of the other ones have from the other movies. So I really enjoyed it. I would definitely give it a heart or multiple hearts as well. But because of how I feel about the whole Muppet world, I'm going to say 3 for now.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
That's fair.
Very fair.
Fair.
But I enjoyed it. I hated the movie last week. I really enjoyed this one.
That's
what was your rating last week? I'm looking it up here. Oh yeah, 2
stars.
2 stars.
Wow.
Well, guys, it was. Did you know what we did? Right? It was.
It was
Return to Oz.
Return to Oz.
I had never seen that either.
Oh, we did. We did in elementary school. We watched it.
Wow,
that's traumatizing for a kid. This movie was fucked up.
I actually really liked it as a kid, but I messed up myself, so it doesn't really matter. But it's. I think aesthetically, that movie changed. It's horror movies for kids, is what it is. It's so.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir. It was disturbing.
Yeah. Last week was a horror movie for kids. This week is like a sad drama for kids.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, kind of.
Totally.
Yeah.
Doel.
Yeah.
Your star rating. Your thoughts on Follow That Bird.
I'm going to give it 5 golden stars. And again, but this comes from it, and I would, if you want me to even take it down, it only gets 4 stars in one sense, because I wish that it did better in theaters. Because even though rewatching it had me go, God, I would like I was saying earlier, I'd love to see a movie of The Count. I'd love to see a movie of Bert and Ernie. I'd love to have the end screen going, Big Bird will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes, it's my favorite joke right now.
It's I would love all of that, but now because Jim is gone, Frank doesn't do this really anymore. It's not gonna, even if we get a big, we got a Bert and Ernie movie where they're out and it's New York Pride weekend and they're there. It's not gonna be Bert. It's not gonna be that Bert and Ernie. Nothing against the current ones that we got. I feel like the Sesame Street characters have been better taken care of than than the Muppets.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that. That's well said.
And even still, I think I'd want that magic of Jim and Frank back as Ernie and Bert in their own movie. And because I think that's why this movie gets 5 stars to me, is not only because does it kind of rock you emotionally for a movie for for small children, but again, it's educational. It made me reflect rewatching this movie and kind of being seeing those those really strong messages that are there. They're in your face, but they're done in such a way that it's not like, they're not making confit, like they're not stuffing bread down your gullet. So I feel like this movie to me gets that 5 stars, not even because it's not a very, like Jay Ryan, it's not a big nostalgic movie for me, but just seeing something that's made with such heart and maturity is just like, I can't not give it the rating I feel personally it deserves, because it made me want to see more like this.
Yeah.
And
me too.
I feel
but it kind of made me want to watch the other Muppet movies more than this one again.
But also,
it makes
me want to go back.
Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I'm watching Terminator 1. I always am like, God, I could be watching Terminator 2 right now.
I always go to 2 first and then go to 1.
Yes, me too.
God, this is fun, but I could be watching Terminator 2 right now.
Yeah, it's another 48 hours is so much better than 48 hours. Yeah, exactly.
So that's where I'm coming from on the 5 stars. I think this movie's just really well done, and just like Brandon and Abby, everyone has expressed, it's an impressive feat of movie, of just film.
Yeah.
Right. And it's, end of the day, we're watching these puppets do extraordinary things that you don't even question.
You're getting me. So it has happened where other people's reviews have made me change my star rating, and this might be one of them. The fact that you pointed out that there's so little material where we have Frank and Jim together, and this is one of those pieces that still fits into that timeline. I don't like the half stars though. Do I go full to 4, Brandon? I don't know. What did you do? You did 4. So they're 5s and you're 4, and I said 3. And my 3 was really not even because I didn't enjoy it or think that it deserved more. It just was like my personal.
It's how it stacks up against the other Muppet movies. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to stick.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good
but if we do a
we have
1985 revisit podcast, I may up my.
Yeah. When we do the rewatch podcast of our podcast,
change your rating.
Yeah,
nice.
Talking Abby 1985.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. No, so it's good, and like I said, it just made me made me miss Jim. Like
this was his last film.
Yeah. You're right, Abby. This was the last theatrical performance of Jim Henson as Kermit. As Kermit, yes. This is his last theatrical performance. Yeah. I mean, technically, Muppet Vision 3D RIP is in a theater, but
but that's not the same.
That was his last project.
By the way, when I saw that, I started like almost crying. I didn't expect it to be Jim Henson. I didn't see that until like 2005.
Muppet Vision.
The Muppet Vision. And I couldn't believe that it was I was like, I lost it. I was like, I'm really in the Muppet Show. This is incredible.
I didn't see it until 2017 because I never had an urge to go to Florida for any reason. But then, of course, Star Wars Celebration was there. I was working at ILM at the time, so we all had like free passes to Disney. So I went, and it was like, oh, you have to go see Muppets. And I was like, yeah, that's on the list. Like that's on the list of, because I love Muppets.
Yeah.
And I went there, and all of a sudden you hear it that it's Jim. That the moment, the everything about it, instantly when it's Jim and when it isn't.
Yeah.
And I was in the same space of that headspace of like, you're suddenly looking around, you're looking at all these beautiful sculptures on the wall. You just, even when you're in the waiting area, you already feel it in your throat of, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this.
That's it. I welled up. I already started crying. It was crazy. In the waiting area, that staging.
That was it. You're already welling up, and then the moment it starts, you're just like, oh my fucking God, how did I ever not watch this before?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then so it's just like, oh man,
that is gonna be sorely missed.
Yep. Yeah. It's all gone now.
Yeah. Shut up, Brandon.
I'm glad I got to see it a couple times.
Yeah.
Brandon's got it on Blu-ray.
I wish. The rumor is that Muppet Vision 3D is supposed to come to like Disney Plus, that they're going to do something with it.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can watch it. There is YouTube versions of it, but it's in 3D, so you can't really watch it.
Right.
I would really like to see like a non 3D version put up just so that you could watch those final Jim Henson Kermit performances. And
they should refine it in a sense, but not like the actual footage. But they should do a thing where they cut to Statler and Waldorf in the audience, and the bunny, and like they should,
and Sweetums.
And Sweetums. They should edit all of that together to make it make it feel like the ride as opposed to just the video, because I think without all those elements, it's not the same.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's disjointed.
Yeah.
If you don't see the Swedish chef in the back, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they'd have to edit it in such a way and remake it that, it works.
Yeah, I'd like to watch a lot of ride throughs like that, because I didn't get to go to Universal Studios until I was in my 20s. So I didn't get to ride Back to the Future or like the King Kong ride or like a lot of the classics.
Oh, wow.
So I do go to YouTube and specifically watch like ride throughs and old ones.
One of my favorite things is on one of the Back to the Future Blu-ray combo, box sets. They had the full ride video of Back to the Future, the ride, just as a special feature on the Blu-ray.
With all of the the pre-tapes with Biff and the DeLorean,
Exactly. You could see Biff and Doc Brown. So I'm like, do more stuff like that. I want to see that stuff. If it's gone away and we can't experience that, I want to see it again. Any other thoughts on Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird?
I think I covered every feeling I have.
I wanna recommend the Jim Henson documentary on Disney Plus if people haven't seen it. Inside Man, wonderful documentary. Like I had mentioned, the Carol Spinney documentary, I Am Big Bird, is wonderful. You can find that out there. Street Gang, the Sesame Street documentary. Really hard to find, but if you Google it, you can find the Daily Motion upload that somebody has, and it's in decent quality.
If you're willing to buy it, I bought it. It's on Apple TV.
It is
in the US anyway.
Okay,
it's good. It's good. Yeah.
I saw it. I loved it. I wanted to own it. I'll watch it over and over and over again.
It's a really, really great documentary.
Also, it shows the original Sesame Street from our childhood, which it hasn't been in 2 decades or whatever. So like it's a different Sesame Street than the kids have today, and it was built in a smaller studio and in Kaufman studio. It has a different feel because it's just so much more gritty than the polished LED lit bright version that the kids have today.
I have this. This is Sesame Street Old School, 1969 to 1974, Volume 1. Now it's not every single episode, but it's 7 hours of original Sesame Street. It has the premiere episode of each of the first 5 seasons. And the thing that I actually watched on this today, which is there's segments of it in the Street Gang documentary, but is the original sales pitch film from 1969. And that is Kermit the Frog and Rolf the Dog hosting this like pitch video with all these puppet like writers trying to come up with the name Sesame Street. They show the little animated segments that they're gonna show to children. It's very cool.
That thing is genius because they're like, you should spend all your money and buy this show, and they're really like, it feels like the ShamWow guy.
Yeah, well, it's very similar to the Muppets pitch reel that you can find online when it was originally titled Sex and Violence.
Yeah, that stuff is at the Center for Puppetry Arts. Like you can like Jim Henson's background in sales and such like that. It makes sense.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Which I mean, I've never been to that puppetry museum, but I've always wanted to go because I know that they have all of that Jim Henson stuff. I saw a touring exhibit that came down to Seattle, the Mopop, the science fiction museum down there, and I was so blown away with getting to see these Muppets up close.
Yeah.
Beaker and Honeydew were there, and Honeydew has little hairs all over his body. The fabric has these like little hairs all in it. It blew me away.
Yeah, absolutely love the detail. If you ever get out to Atlanta, check it out.
That's would be high on my list if I was out there. Okay. before we get into plugs and then we're done, Abby, thank you so much for sticking out with us. I really appreciate it. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Brandon loves a 3-hour episode. Just so you know.
God,
yeah.
do I love it.
I love
Nothing
a
makes
deep
him happier
dive.
than 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I love getting recommendations for things that I will watch later. Like that's one of the best things to come out of a podcast and have a list of things that I'm going to watch. So thank you for that.
Well, if you haven't seen this yet, Abby, this is a high recommendation for me. Spoiler alert, I really like this movie, but we are starting off our December holiday month with
already?
William Friedkin's To Live and Die in LA. This is a Christmas movie, folks. It may not appear to be, but when we watch it, we'll talk about it. It is a Christmas movie. I love this film. Our guest next week is going to be, his name is Ben Christensen. If you don't know that name, maybe some of the people know his TikTok channel, Danger Bean 55. He is a local guy to us, to Ryan and I out here. He is hilarious. I love him. He's become a friend recently. So he's going to cover To Live and Die in LA with us next week. Really excited.
I get to watch another movie I've never seen.
I haven't seen it either. That's the fun. Yeah.
William Peterson from CSI, Gil Grissom.
I started that show. Did you know that? I worked on the very first CSI. Yeah.
No, we are talking about that next week.
What?
Okay.
Dude, that's so cool.
Big CSI fan.
Well, tune in next week because we're definitely going to be talking CSI, Jay. I love CSI.
We all thought it was okay. Yeah, it was the beginning before it was the biggest show in the world.
Save it for next week. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, love this film. William Friedkin, director of The Exorcist and French Connection. This is a cool ass movie. Willem Dafoe is in this movie.
Yeah.
So you know it's good.
Thank you everybody for watching. This was so much fun. Like Jay said, I do love a 3-hour episode. I love a deep dive. I love the conversation. This was so much fun. Thank you, Abigail, for being here. Thank you, Ryan, for being here.
Thank you both so much.
Abby, where can people find you online?
Sure. On Instagram, I'm at /mommy. You can also follow along with our podcast at YHS Podcast. That's on Instagram. We've got our own account. And if you like to collect toys and listen to people talk about toys, I have a show that I do with Craig and Jacob and Ryan on Tuesday nights called Toy Anxiety. And I highly recommend y'all check that out as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just followed you /mommy.
Splash Mommy.
Thank you.
Ghostbusters 2 quote.
This is awesome. And then Ryan, how do we follow you?
You don't. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me. Forget it. You can't find me. I'm off the grid. You can find me at Ryan Doell 31 on all my socials. You'll find me on Tuesday nights with Abigail Gardner, who's right above me on Toy Anxiety, as she mentioned. Wednesday nights, usually like 3 times a month. We usually take 1 week off to do things like this because everyone streams on Wednesdays. Yeah. And that's like Gotham City Tonight. That's with myself and Alex Brewer of Mondo fame, incredible sculptor. And then Alice, she comes and joins us in. She pops in and out. And we just talk about Batman and we talk about comics. And next week's a big week. We got award-winning artist Mitch Gerrards is going to be coming on to talk about Wonder Woman Black and Gold that was just announced. That's going to be his first writing credit. So he's going to be coming on to talk to us about that next week. And then, but I mean, watch us on the replay if you're already watching the show on Wednesday. We'll be start and finished before this show is done. So just as a heads up. And then then every now and again we'll pop up on videos on DL44 Network, which is just me and my friends, whoever wants to just drop Star Wars content and talk about Star Wars. That's why we call it a network. Just if you want to talk about Star Wars, go on there, talk about Star Wars. It's what we do. So be sure to set your notifications on that one, because the only person to have a set schedule is our boy Steve 3, who you'll sometimes see in the chat here on this show.
I love Steve. He's been
on the show too, and he's been on the show. Correct. So he'll be opening Micro Galaxy Squadrons usually on Saturday mornings. Otherwise, we just post podcast style episodes whenever. And that is where and how you'll find me.
Awesome.
You guys, this was so fun.
Yeah, I had a blast.
It was
the 3-hour time. I'm like into it. I want every toy anxiety to be like this. It's you got to get out what you put in.
It hits a point where you start cooking, right? Like
exactly.
Yeah.
You're all doing,
especially when you're with the new people that you like. It's just a good vibe. This was a really fun hang for me.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Like Abby, you said it, but the deep dive aspect of it is really fun to like sort of like focus on this one thing. Yeah, we talk about a lot of other stuff, but there's just something you don't get to do this very often. You don't sit around and talk about follow that bird for 3 hours ever.
I have no
Brandon and I might.
You guys.
You're right about that. But for every bit that we zoom in, we also go on some tangent that has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
So it's a little.
But then somehow it goes back. Like, how did we went at one point from like this movie to the Grouches to Gremlins 2. Yeah, and then and then just like
from Grouches to Gremlins. Please name this.
Grouches to Gremlins. Yeah,
the Paul Bartel story.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jay, where can people find you and follow you?
Thank you, Brandon. I'm at Porsche Life 111 on Instagram. The show that we usually do when I'm back in LA is called Late Night Playset. It's a late night talk show on the internet. You can give that a follow. If you want to follow me while I'm out on the road, I'm sponsored by Mobile Run and driving all over this country. So I guess Porsche Life is where you can follow that stuff. And Good Vibes Breakfast Club back in LA. That's a car event every Friday morning in LA.
Oh, that's cool.
Wonderful.
How about you, Brandon?
Well, my personal stuff is all BC DeLorean. That's where you can find all the movie car stuff that's going on. But follow a Blockbuster Year pod on Instagram. Subscribe to the Blockbuster Year channel here.
Yes.
We do the show live every Wednesday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's it. Again, thank you, Abby, for sticking around. Thank you, Ryan, for being here. Jay, thank you for popping in and being here, even wherever you are in the US. It's so much fun. I love doing this show. So
I'm so glad that we're doing it even with me on the road. Thanks for taking over the production because I love doing this show with you. Yeah. I don't necessarily always love watching the movies because sometimes it's not my bag, but I love talking about them with you and whoever our guest is after. So it's a blast. I'm just really glad we're doing it.
Hell yeah.
And having cool guests where we're sharing it with other people.
Yeah.
It's not just two guys.
Beautiful. Thanks so much.
But thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. We love you at home.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for listening. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Bye.